Hello! Hello, are we live? Bam, I think we're live. Welcome back, ladies and gents. My name is Deep, your number one failed paranormal detective, and today we're playing a little bit of Animal Crossing. It's an evening stream, very rare Animal Crossing stream, and hey, Cheerio, how you doing today, my friend? You know, I got some news for you guys. I was, hold on, let's let Isabel do her intro, and I'm gonna say my news. Oh, the twins. The twins are also oh my god. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So, news. The news. Okay. The reason why there was no morning stream or like daytime stream earlier today was because I had to visit my parents' house. Because they wanted me to check up on it. They're currently out of town. My parents live 15, 20 miles, something like that. A ways away, right? Like, you know, it takes 40 minutes for me to get to my parents' house. I live in a state where people are not used to driving in the rain. I was legitimately like 20, 15 minutes away from the house. I was like on the highway. And you know, it was like stop and go traffic in the highway. So I hit the brakes, stop. And then literally after I hit the brakes, 3 seconds later, 3 fucking seconds later, I heard a at my back. And I'm like, fucking shit. And I'm like at the middle lane. It's a 3-lane highway. And I'm at the middle lane and I was like, fucking shit. And I looked at like my rear view mirror and I saw like this black sedan, and I looked at like the side mirror and there's like this black sedan, and I was like, fuck me, man, are you serious right now? So yeah, I got rear-ended, and I'm at this point in my life where like I was so close to crashing out, but I just didn't have the energy in me to just like lose it. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then I saw like the driver, his head was like down, like, you know, it's on the on like his steering wheel. But it wasn't because he was injured. It was because, like, I think he was like, fuck my life also. He was like, you know, he was also like, and he admitted to me that it's his fault because he wasn't paying attention and he didn't want to hit the brakes hard. The thing is, right, you're technically not supposed to hit the brakes hard when it's raining. But if you know that you need to hit the brakes, you're better off hitting the brakes hard. You know what I mean? Because if you hit the brakes hard when and it's raining and you're coming at like, what, 30, 40 miles an hour even, you might skid. But instead of so yeah, that was my day, and like I was like, I was just so out of it, and I was like, okay, what do I need to do? I literally googled that shit. It's like, okay, insurance, driver's license, and I didn't even think to call the cops, because like it was like whatever. But the guy, he called the cops just like out of like habit, I guess. You know, it's like if something happens in the road, you call the cops. So we pulled over to the side. And it was raining. It was raining like fucking hell. It's been raining the whole day. And I was like, hey man, you want to talk about this inside my car? So we both went inside of the back row of my car, like the passenger seats, and we were like exchanging insurance information and like IDs and phone numbers. And he was like, I'm really sorry, man, you know. And it's like he was like admitting fault, and I was like, look, man, it's fine, we'll just let insurance handle this. And then the cops came, and then the cops were like, hey, you guys are in the highway, why don't you take this exit over here? And then I was like asking the cop, so take the exit, turn right, and then there's a cemented path. And then she was like, yeah, there's a cemented path there, take the exit. And so I went first. This fucking guy overtook, like not the guy who hit me, but a random other car overtook the other driver, the driver who hit me, and then the cop car. They overtook they overtook two people and went behind me. I don't know if they were rushing, but when we got to like the cemented area, the cop was like, "Hey, good job finding this place, by the way," because I know like she was like, "Oh yeah, I know the instructions weren't that clear," and she was like, "What the fuck was with that other guy? Like, why did he overtake a cop? The cop had their sirens on, but then she was just like, whatever, or like her lights on. Obviously, if the cops have their lights on, right? You're like, I'll just be behind you, right? Like, but he overtook them, this random fucking guy. But anyways, like, so I drive like a CUV, like a small like SUV, a compact SUV, so bigger than a sedan, smaller than a typical like SUV. The damage is only like the rear bumper, and thank God. Yeah, I used to complain about like unpainted plastic bumpers in cars these days because they have those a lot, especially for CUVs. But I'm so happy because it's just that bumper and it's unpainted. So I'm hoping that if I ever get it replaced, fixed, or changed, it'll be much cheaper. But my God, the other guy's front, his front and his bumper and hood kind of got fucked because he was driving a sedan. And like, here's the thing though, it's not just a scratch on my like rear bumper. His fucking hood or whatever hit it punctured a hole into the rear bumper. So there's like a hole in my like the plastic bumper. It's like the lower bumper, and I was like, fucking shit. So I had to file an insurance claim and all that. Well, I was at my parents' house checking their stuff, and I wasn't even really mad at the guy. You know what I mean? I was just like, I was just like tired. And when I saw his driver's license, obviously there's like a birth date and age, and I saw that he was younger than me, so I was like, okay, man, like, it's whatever. Like, we'll let insurance. It doesn't sound too bad, but it was just like, so I've been, okay, here's a little bit of personal time for Deeps, or personal discussion. I've been having a really rough like couple of months. Like, honestly, 2025 has been such a shit like year for me. It's been good for streaming because, like, you know, we've been getting a lot of people are coming in, you were yapping a lot, but personally I've been having like a shit year. So I've been crashing out a lot. But that car incident, I was, you know how like I got mad at first, I was like, fuck, and then literally after saying fuck out loud inside of my car, I just calmed down and I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. I literally was like, hands up, okay. And the worst part is I feel like this guy was really obviously he was the one at fault, right? He didn't brake, he wasn't paying attention, but like and he's younger, so like, I get it. When you're 21 or something, like it sucks to get in a car accident, right? And again, I don't know his life, whatever, but I can tell he was panicking because I was like trying to like wave him out. I opened my car door because he hit me. I was looking at the back and I tried to wave him, trying to get like some sort of contact of like, hey, you want to switch informations, like, you know, because like I've never been in a car crash, or not in a crash, but a car incident where it involved like someone else hitting my car or me hitting them. So I was just like, I don't know what the fuck did you hear? And it took him like 5 minutes to get his bearings. So I had to turn my hazard lights on while we were both in like the middle of the highway. And we were just like waiting for him to like calm down, and I looked back and I waved, and then that's when, you know, we got into talking. I mean, he seemed like a nice guy. It's just shit situation. And that's how I know the drivers in my state, they don't know how to drive in the rain. Cause like, okay, I'm not gonna say which state I live in, but not notorious, but like really bad at driving, of like very aggressive drivers, but not defensive. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know there's a difference between aggressive versus defensive drivers, but if you're gonna be speeding, or if you're gonna be doing any extreme maneuvers, you gotta back it up. You know what I mean? You have to back it up with defensive moves. The drivers from where I live, not so much, and they're not used to rain. So yeah, I was just I was just so out of it. Oh, here's the thing though. I know California has bad drivers. Because, okay, a little bit of a hint. There's a lot of people from California who moved into my state, into my city. And I could tell these motherfuckers. I could tell these motherfuckers from a mile away. But anyways, it was, you know, Deep's, that was the Deep's day. And I was so, honestly, dude, I was so, like, I don't know, I'm just, like, I'm not numb to it, because obviously I reacted, but I was just like, can I just have like a good month? Like May has barely started. Seriously, it's May 5th. Like it's the 5th of May, and I can I just like have like a clear month where like I'm not gonna where nothing's gonna cause me to crash out. But yeah, I legitimately was just like, oh my god, why? Oh my god, that is that's so bad, Cheerio. Like, I don't like honestly. I I don't even want to drive anymore for like the rest of the week because it's gonna be raining. But I already bought tickets to watch Sinners tomorrow, and more importantly, I need discussion points for when I yap. So I'm gonna watch The Sinners tomorrow. But the cinema is pretty close to me, like literally 10 minutes. Knock on wood, I swear to God, if somebody fucking hits me again, I'm gonna crash out. Like, I'm actually gonna crash out. Like, bro, fuck off. I haven't even heard from like the insurance company yet, like from the guy's insurance company, because I'm not letting my insurance pay for this shit if I can help it. Goddamn, goddamn, that little gecko ain't gonna have to pay for this, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, at least it wasn't a bad incident. It wasn't like high speed. It wasn't it wasn't anything bad, but it's just like not even. It's just an inconvenience. It's just an inconvenience. You know what I mean? I'm sure you know what I mean. Shit. Oh, am I getting shooting stars? Shit, I forgot. We will get them. Oh, we got one. Bryce. Thank you for dropping by, Bryce. You know what? You're a hero. You're a hero, Bryce. You're a hero. Were you okay? I mean, was your car, oh no, wait, hold on. Did you say your car was totaled? Was your car okay? Were you okay? First of all, were you okay? Oh shit! Hold on. Nice, nice. Did the city or did the cops give you like a medal of recommendation or like, to the honorable Bryce for stopping the car chase? You're like Batman, dude. Remember when in The Dark Knight Rises? Remember when like Bruce Wayne had to stop? They should have. You know what I mean? When Bruce Wayne used his Lambo to stop like a criminal car chase, you know? You're like Batman, dude. Alright, let's go. Let me buy some stuff. Oh, I like that beret. Hold on. But not for me. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do, right? Tomorrow, full attention driver, right? I'm gonna be driving at full. I always drive full attention, by the way. All right, I'm never like distracted when I'm driving. All right. In fact, I'm only distracted by how good I am at driving. And wait, I can't even say. I can't. I'm saying. Hold on. I get distracted by how good I am at driving, right? And so tomorrow it's only gonna be like it's literally 3 miles to the AMC theaters near me, so I can watch Sinners. I'm gonna be so focused, driving to the damn cinema, and then to the fucking grocery store, which is right across the cinema, so I can get my Greek yogurt, so I can get my protein in, and then go home. And for the rest of the week, I'm not driving. And then we're gonna do it all over again next Tuesday, so I can watch Thunderbolts. I'm gonna be so focused at driving. You ain't even gonna know, all right? You're gonna think, oh my god, that's the best driver. That's like Michael Schumacher. I don't think anyone knows who Michael Schumacher is. Is that Michael Schumacher? No, bitch, it's Deeps. I'm gonna be so locked in, bro. All right, you ain't even gonna see. Hold on, what? I actually don't want that. I want this one. Yeah, I'm gonna be so locked in. I'm gonna be so locked in driving that you don't even know. This is like by the way, this is my first car accident. Hopefully my last, knock on wood again, right? But this is my first car incident. And let me tell you, big boys, let me tell you, kids, I am it's not for me, you know? Because like at the moment you're like the hassle of having to hold on. Did I buy a book? No, I didn't. Did I? Hold on. I'm trying to remember if I bought the black beret. I know I bought a beret, but I did buy the black one. I want to give the black beret to the cat. What's her name? To the cat. What's her name? This one. I want to give her the black beret. I think it works well. So the stress of like this again, you never forget your first time. You never forget your first car accident. So now I know I need the driver's license information and then the insurance. You don't technically need to get the police involved. You know, but maybe you should call the police every single time, just in case the person you're involved with is slightly unreasonable. Oh, you do? Okay, because I was like, fuck it. Here's my god. For the police report, we didn't report it to the cops. She's not. Oh, no. She's not a cat. She's a bunny. I forgot. Did I say cat? I meant bunny. I meant bunny. What was I saying? See, I know my animals. My animals. But yeah, cause like, okay, we didn't get a police report, cause the cops were just like, okay, like, cause they saw the damage. And then they knew that the cars were like, oh shit, you know what, Cheerio? I see. Okay, well that's good to know. Damn. Well, you know what? The cops were called. But they didn't give us any information. They were just like, you guys good? It's like, alright, yeah. Literally, the cops didn't give us like their badge, their ID. They literally just looked at both of our cars and they were like, "You guys good?" And then we were like, "Yeah, we're pretty good." And it's like, "Okay." It's like, all right. I don't like the shade of her. Actually, I don't like the shade of her. What do you call that? That eyeshadow. Okay. Moving on. It's just randomly. Wait, I don't like the shade of her eyeshadow. That's how you know I'm so tired. I just make side comments. Fucking hell. You need a witness. Yeah. But hey, you know, lesson learned. Next time we'll ask for police information and shit like that. But yeah, man, I mean, you know, Deeps is just tired. I'm just tired, bro. You know? And you know how tired I was? Even if I'm jobless, I felt like I went through a 2-hour shift. Not even a 3-hour shift. Not even a 4-hour shift. Just a 2-hour one, you know? I felt like... You know, I felt like they, you know... I don't know, because like, you know... I wasn't... I usually drop by my parents' house a lot, especially when they're gone, to like check on, you know, like the water and stuff like that, to like turn on their car. So, you know, it's like a normal drive for me. I've like memorized the roads, so I don't expect to get into any accidents there. It wasn't me though. You know? I was... Cinco de Mayo. Nice. Nice. Oh, you know what? I forgot to say. So, I was so stressed, right? Like, I got to my parents' house and I was like, my God, what's going on in my life? And so, I went, and when I went home, I decided to buy some Cabo Bobs. I decided to buy some Cabo Bobs. It's, you know what? I actually like Cabo Bobs. It's not the typical. I have an extra beret. Shit, that's fine. It's fine. But I actually like Cabo Bobs. I got the deluxe fish tacos. Pretty good. It's like the same fish tacos, but they use like different tortillas. They have like different flavors for tortillas, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I can't really taste the difference. And I also got like a fish burrito. Like, it's like a fried Baja fish burrito. It's pretty good, man. Like, where I live, we don't usually... Okay, so the Mexican food we get here is like Tex-Mex and like a bit of Southern Mexican food. Mostly the Tex-Mex stuff. So I don't usually get like the California style Baja stuff. So I've had Cabo Bobs before, but you know what? It's pretty good. The burrito is like... What is it? I'm trying to like do the measurements. It's like 5 to 6 inches long, but it was like 4 to 5 inches wide. It didn't even look like a burrito. It looked like just a fucking like oblong. And I was like, wait a minute. You know what? This isn't so bad. For like $12, I have like this oblong. I saved 2 of the fish tacos for tomorrow. I thought I could finish 1 fish taco and the entire burrito. I overestimated how much stress eating I was able to do. I was only able to finish like 3/4 of the burrito. I got down the taco. That was like the first thing I chewed on. But it took me like 20 minutes to get through the burrito, and I couldn't even finish it. It's really good. I mean, okay, it's not really good, but you know what? If you need like a fish burrito or a taco, Cabo Bobs, I would suggest. It's not bad. It's not gonna blow your mind, but if you need like a crispy fish, it's there. It's just like a fillet. I don't even know what fillet it is. It might just be like cod, or even something like a relatively cheap hold on. Where do you live again, Tiffany? I'm gonna drop the beret off in front of your house. I think this is where she lives. So I can give it to her later. It might even be like cream dory or something, which is like the cheapest filleted fish you can get. There we go. I'll give you that beret later, girl, when you want to talk to me about it. So, you know. Yeah, that's the Deeps Day. You know, why am I even hiding it? Yeah, I live in Texas. All my exes live in Texas, but we won't go into where. Texas is the place that I really love to be. You know what's the worst part? I know that song only because of GTA San Andreas. They have that. I don't remember which one it was. It was K something. That's the only reason why I know that song. Oh shit! I forgot I gave her shit. And then, I only know this is the Barracuda. I only know that song from GTA Vice City Stories, the Vice City game on the PSP. I also know a little bit of like Hall and Oates because of Vice City and Vice City Stories. Barracuda. Oh, actually, I also know like the hurricane, like the "Here I am, rock you like a hurricane." That was also from GTA. By the way, I'm just gonna be doing random chores. There is no shibidi. There is no and there is no goal today. I'm just here to yap. Scorpions. Oh man. I hope I don't get stung this today's stream. Get me knocked out. Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. And then the Holland. Oh, they sing that song? Oh, is that the hurricane one? I don't even know. All I know is like the vague lyrics that GTA, Vice City, or in San Andreas taught me. There's I can't remember which Hall and Oates song it was though. It might be. I feel like it's not Out of Touch. You're out of touch. I'm out of time, and I'm out of my head when you're not around. I don't think it's that. It might be. I don't know. I'll have to double check. I would remember just in GTA San Andreas, like listening to the radio. And the thing is, like, I was familiar with some of the songs, but I didn't realize that all of them were real songs. Because as a kid, I didn't listen to these tracks. Like, I didn't know Hall & Oates when I was a kid. Alright? It was GTA, San Andreas, and Vice City that introduced me to these things. Okay? So, so I didn't know. It was only later in life that I was like, wait a minute. They're all real songs. You know what? you guys want a little bit of Deep's lore story, like another Deep's story, Deep's lore. So, I grew up in the Philippines, in like a developing country, third world country, in the early 2000s, right? That's kind of like my era. When I grew up, when I became a man, but. Computers were a thing, especially here in the States. But back in developing countries, computers weren't really something that every household had. Even if you were a middle-class household, even if you were, like, some upper middle-class households didn't even have, like, personal computers at home. So, my grandma, at the time, she was 50 years old, so she didn't really know anything about computers. So, when we moved to, like, a different city, like a more metropolitan city, and she realized, wait a minute, my grandson has computer classes, but he doesn't really know what to do, because my only interaction with computers at that time was in internet cafes playing Counter-Strike with my uncle and Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne, and a little bit of like Dota 1, which is basically just like a mod, like not a mod, but an extension of Warcraft, right? And a little bit of GTA. So my grandma enrolled me in like a computer course right next in the same office building as the Kumon I went to. So as a kid, I was really dumb at math. I refused to read, but I was literate. But I was really bad at math. So my grandma had to force me. I was crying when I don't want to do after school classes, and she was literally like, you're not good at this shit. You are dumb at math. You're gonna have to take this. But anyways, so So she enrolled me in like some computer classes, and all we did was just like, here's how you use Microsoft Word, here's how you use PowerPoint, like the Microsoft suite, right? Kumon. Oh, you want to talk about Kumon? We'll talk about Kumon in a bit. And then we do that. We do like typing tests online. Like the typing tests you'd see in like Congregate or like y8.com. I didn't know about coolmathgames.com, by the way, until like I moved to the States. Until like I bonded with some of my coworkers who were my age. Like, you ever play cool math games? I was like, what the fuck is cool math games? And Kumon. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy, Kumon alumni. Actually, okay. I'll continue the Kumon story, but I'm actually a Kumon dropout. But after because I'd finished the typing test so fast for the computer classes, right? So my computer teacher was like, okay, we got an hour left. He would literally look at me, and then he would be like, "You like video games?" You like video games? And I was like, I love video games. And it's like, what games do you play? And at the time, I didn't own any PC or other consoles. I only had a Game Boy, and then later on, like, I only had handheld games. Game Boy DS, PSP, when I was growing up. Still pretty good selection though, admittedly. But yeah, I didn't have any like PCs or like actual like consoles, so he was like, I got this game for you. He loaded up GTA. He loaded up GTA San Andreas. And the thing is, I already had experience with GTA San Andreas because he's technically my uncle, but we're so close in age that we had like play dates basically. So he's more of my cousin in vibes, but he's technically my uncle. We would play GTA San Andreas and like GTA Vice City together, but he would be the one playing, and we would just make up like stories as kids. We were like what, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's like 2 years older than me, so we'd make up like these whack ass stories in GTA, like role plays. We were basically doing let's plays where like there would be two people, one person was like making jokes and commentary and the other one was playing. We did that before YouTubers did it, okay? We should have recorded that shit. But but yeah, he was like, you want to play GTA San Andreas? And I know this by like the back of my hand. And then he was like, okay, sure. So he pulled out GTA Vice City instead. And in Vice City, you can't swim. But in San Andreas, you can. But I didn't know that. And I was like, wait a minute, you can't swim? And he was like, have fun. He left me there for like an hour or so. Every session for like at least 30 minutes to an hour at most, I would be there just playing games. One of the other games I played, or he let me play, was Call of Juarez. If anybody knows anything about Call of Juarez, that is another one that has been lost in time. Call of Juarez. So that's where I played a lot of GTA as a kid. and to be honest, I only needed like a month of like that like computer class just to get me acclimated to how to use a computer. That's really it. Now, Kumon. I've told you the origin story of my Kumon, right? Like, I was dumb at math. I was literate, but I didn't like to read. But my grandma said, we'll start with math, and if you still fuck up in your English classes, I will force you to go into the reading program. And that was actually a bad thing, because the Kumon's reading program is way easier than the math program. and so, you know, I went to Kumon only in the math program. At first, I was really struggling. And the thing is, Kumon gives you like incentives every time you like pass like a level, right? Like a letter, basically, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, whatever. And in the Philippines, I don't know if it's the same in the States or wherever else in the world. Maybe it's the same in Japan. I don't know where it originated from. Anyways, we would be able to get toys in Kumon. Like, legitimately, I was able to get like Pokemon cards, like fake Pokemon cards and fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and like, you know, cheap toys in Kumon. So they did that during my time in Kumon, and I was actually pretty decent at math. Because like I had really good... You got erasers, bro. Okay, here's the thing though. In Kumon, in the Philippines, they gave us like... They would give us like these little like blue or like really dark blue and with like light blue lining pencil cases, right? And then they give us erasers. They give us stuff. Like they'd give us those shitty 2B pencils that were like the like the graphite lead was so bad. But I got toys, dude. Legitimately got toys from Kumon. But I'm a Kumon dropout. So I stopped at, what letter did I stop? H, I, J. I think I finished I. But when I got to J, I was like, I'm done. Mind you, I was like, when I got into like freshman high school math, I oh, hold on. Here's the thing though, Cheerio. I don't know. Here's the thing though. I wasn't sure if I wanted to share this with you guys, like this extension of my Kumon lore, but I'll still share it. But I stopped when I got to J, because I was like in freshman in high school. And honestly, if you take Kumon when you were like in elementary to middle school, and then you move on to like, at least back in the day, that was a buff. honestly, that was a buff, because like I knew algebra and shit. Like I knew how to do that stuff. But when it got to the calculus, I was like, okay, this isn't for me anymore. Like, it was such a buff, like having Kumon. Like, because I wasn't top of the class, right? Because my friends also went to Kumon, and they were smarter than me. Some of them actually finished. I didn't. But when I was going to Kumon, I always saw like this poster of this fucking kid, right? He was like the same age as me. This fucking kid who was able to complete Kumon at like the tender age. When I say complete Kumon, I mean complete fucking Kumon. Like, went through all the fucking letters available at the time, which was like Q, P, whatever, right? Whatever letter it was, he finished it at a tender young age. And I was like, fuck this kid. I didn't say fuck this kid. I didn't hate him. I was just like, who the fuck is this kid? You know what I mean? Who does he think he is? I didn't hate him. There was just a bit of animosity personally, because I was like, how the hell you do this? Who are you? Who are you, huh? Harry, young Sheldon? Young Sheldon? Anyways, I keep seeing his face. And we had a Kumon award ceremony, by the way. Like, if you finished up to like level I or something, you get to attend, and then you're at a specific age, you get to attend a ceremony and you get a plaque. I got a fucking plaque, by the way. Okay, I may be a dropout, but I achieved something. I may be a Kumon dropout, but hear me, people. I achieved something. It was impressive. They were like, ooh, impressive for your age. But yay, black flower. So I attended it, and that kid was there. And I think I was like 5th grade or 6th grade high school. We didn't have middle school, by the way, in the Philippines when I was growing up. So I went to high school at like... I went to high school the age when you're supposed to be middle school. I was a freshman at 4... No, I was a freshman at 12 or 13. But anyways, little did I know that little kid who destroyed Kumon's math and reading program. Okay, he didn't just complete the math program at a tender young age. He destroyed the reading program. Little did I know that on freshman year of like my high school, I went to the same school that I went to when I was in elementary. Same school, elementary and high school. This fucking kid, he became my classmate. This fucking nerd. This fucking nerd became my classmate. And you know what? The beauty of it all was that he's actually a very good friend of mine now. Like, he wasn't my enemy. I was just like, who the fuck is this kid? You know, he was like, young Sheldon. Jimmy Neutron. He was like Jimmy Neutron to me. And honestly, I still keep in touch with him. I'm actually gonna see him in my vacation soon. We kind of ran the same circles. His best friend is a very close friend of mine, so we kind of ran the same circles. We weren't that close in high school, but we went to the same college too. We were even roommates in the dorm for like our first year, and we would hang out. He took a science course, obviously, right? Because he was really smart, or he's still really smart. I'm very proud of him. But he took a science course, so he couldn't really hang out with us because he was busy all the time. But we would take him out to like get drinks and stuff. He wouldn't join like the degeneracy me and my other friends would do, because like he was like, I don't have time for that. Okay. We would always like tease him though, like, hey, you want to come drink with us? And then he would be stressed because he would actually think like, I do want to go with you, but I have to write this fucking paper or something. But the guy who I didn't really look up to him. It was more like the guy who seemed like he was a myth became not only my classmate but a friend I actually trust a lot, and I really appreciate him, and I'm excited to see him again. So the story to that is, the lesson in that story is, you never really know where life takes you. You never really know where life takes you. And to be honest, he was even part of like my high school crew. like the group of nerds and like the non-basketball people. We were cool and chill. You know, we still keep in touch too. It's you never really know where life takes you, man. You know, one day you could be seeing this kid's face in a fucking Kumon poster. The next, you could be like hanging out with him, watching like that shitty, like a shitty movie. I think I actually watched a lot of shitty movies with him too. He'd complain and be like, "Oh, this movie sucks," but you know what? He'd stick through. I was basically Sheen Estevez, if you think about it. I was basically like Sheen Estevez to Jimmy Neutron. Or maybe Carl Weezer, because I was a little chubby as a kid. Into the stars flew by candy bars. Kid with a knack for adventure. Super-powered mind, mechanical canine. Miss that guy. I'll see him in a bit. Rescues the day from sure destruction. Oh my god. Kumon. I don't regret not finishing Kumon though. I'll be honest. I had enough of a buff for Kumon to get through high school, but I'll be honest, it wasn't enough to get through college. College was a whole different beast for me. I remember my first, like, it was college algebra, and my fucking god, dude, like, it was in university, like in college, where I truly understood the meaning of having a like the importance and the meaning of a good teacher. Like, if you don't have like a good instructor, especially for mathematical subjects, you will shit your pants. Cause I shat my pants. So in my university, I'll just say it. The course code was Math 11. That's like the standard math course you take for non-sciences. Math 11. But if you're not confident with your math skills, or if your math skills for the entrance exam, we didn't have SATs. We didn't have like ACTs in the Philippines. We have entrance exams. If your math scores for the entrance exams didn't match up or wasn't good enough, you can still get accepted if your other scores were good, like in social studies, English, history, all that stuff. But you had to take like Math 10. My math scores were good enough in the entrance exams. But you're given an option. You're given an option when you enter the Math 11 class. Like, hey, if you guys aren't sure of how good you'll do in Math 11, you can take Math 10 this semester, get a hold of the basics again, and then you take Math 11 the next year. Or the next semester, rather. Not the next year, the next semester. I was in this random ass like humanities course, and I made a few good friends there. But we were slightly prideful. Let's just say we were a slightly prideful bunch. We were like two of us, most specifically. We'll just call him Mr. Nick. Mr. Nick, my buddy Mr. Nick, wherever he is in the world. I think he's a lawyer now. But Mr. Nick, we were like, I think we could do this. Because we were both kids from the province. We weren't from like the big, metropolitan city. And so we were like, I think we could do this. Like, we're pretty decent at math. So we took the Math 11 course. My god, we did not know that we ended up in the course with the worst fucking teacher known to the math department. This guy, he could not teach people for the life of him. Like, seriously. Like not even simple stuff, but then like in math, if you have a formula, if you have a step-by-step process, it helps to properly explain it and then give a few examples and then, do drills, right? Like, understand the theory, understand like how to apply it, and then practice. This guy would just talk about the theory, give like really complex. He wouldn't give simple examples. He'd give like the hardest examples. So like all of the logic is all over the place for people like me who just like started the class, and we would all be like, what the fuck is going on? So I suffered. That was my first Like, that was the first time I ever failed like an actual class in my life, was that math fucking 11 class. And if you fail, you have to take it again, right? And it was so bad that like Mr. Nick, he took remedial classes. Like, he took an off-site remedial class just to keep up with the damn math 11, but it wasn't enough. We both flunked it. But then I came back with a vengeance though. When I took math 11 the next year, bro, I'll fucking B+ that shit. And the thing that helped was that my teacher, my instructor, was good. Like, she was actually like showing us like, okay, this is how you do it in the simplest way. This is how you do it in like a simple problem. It'll get more complex on the tests and stuff like that. But this is like the breakdown. This is like the basics. And so that's when I learned that even if you have like the smartest teacher in the department, if they don't know how to teach, because that guy who taught me math 11 the first time, he was technically, he was technically the smartest professor. But he just didn't have a knack for teaching at all. But yeah. Maybe I should have taken more Kumon, huh? Maybe I should have like finished my Kumon. Maybe I would have passed math 11. Hold on, I need to get my fake art guide. Don't mind the pee-pee. Don't mind the pee-pee. The Mona Lisa is clearly fake. That's a real pee-pee statue. Well, the pee-pee is there, but is it the real thing? Hold on. Statue of David. Oh, it is the real PP statue. Do you guys want to take a closer look? You want to take a closer look? This is the real one though. Okay, this is, I'm not gonna. I don't wanna. What do you mean? I've seen this in real life. The statue, and we'll stop there. Spotlight is alright. Thank you. Thank you, cousin. I want this for my serial killer basement. Oh. I don't care if it's overpriced. Holy shit! Goddamn, I'll still buy it. Come on. I'm kind of okay. Maybe I should have taken the reading program too from Kumon, but I don't think it would have helped my habits, like my bad reading habits, of like skim reading, of like not paying attention, you know. It wouldn't have helped. It would have made it worse probably too, because like you just have to like skim read and shit like that. I actually, to be honest, oh, I remember now. The reason why I didn't do the reading program was because I took because in the Kumon where I went to, let's not be the serial. Let's be Sultan. They let you do like sample work for free. Like you can take like you can do like a sample of the of the coursework for reading and math in like the Kumon I went to. And when I did like the English reading one, I was like, this is too easy. Like it literally was like too easy. So I was like, okay, I clearly don't need this. I'm just lazy. Like legitimately, I'm just lazy to read. But the comprehension is there. As long as I focus. Alright. Did you guys ever have like scholastic book fairs where you went to school? PP statue. Hold on, let me drink some water. Okay. The fruit salad. I don't think since it's a real painting, I don't think anybody would have a problem with like the statue of David. Because like if they put a leaf, like what they do in SpongeBob, if they put a leaf on the PP, that would be like you're desecrating the great work of Michelangelo, right? So, you know, I think people were like, maybe not. But yeah, scholastic book fairs. I had some when I no, I had a lot when I was a kid. Like the school I went to, they ran a good like few years. I don't know if they still do it anymore, but the Scholastic Book Fairs would be like the one chance I would get to be able to buy like the Geronimo Stilton books. You know, like those, like the green suit rat. The green suit rat books. Oh wait, I brought the incense. Hold on, I messed up. I was supposed to do something with these, but it was like the only time I would be able to like get like Geronimo Stilton, Bernstein or Bernstein, Baron whatever bears. I also got a few books from that, but I bought the Geronimo Stilton ones, and there were also like, you know, the typical like posters you get and stuff like that. I don't like the color of it. Let's keep that at home. I thought it was gonna be like a typical like clay thing. Geronimo Stilton. Also, oh my god, like they also sold like what's the brothers? What's the detective brothers? The Hardy Boys. Hardy Boys, right? I know they sold like Nancy Drew, but what was like the two brothers who did like who solved crime and shit also? Berenstain. Okay, not I even messed up. It's Berenstain. I thought it was Berenstein or Bernstein. But yeah, man. The Hardy Boys. I think it was the Hardy Boys. But yeah, we would get books like that. But then like they would be slightly too expensive for me, so I just get like the Geronimo Stilton books. I think there was a time too. Speaking of books in school, so I went to like a Catholic school, right? And Catholic school is very, very touchy about certain things. One thing that they were actually touchy about that I think they like banned some of like our upperclassmen to read was definitely 50 Shades of Grey. They definitely like banned it from the school, like banned it, like you can't bring it to school, and they don't advise you to read it, but they can't stop you from doing what you need to do. You know what I mean? But they, because like the girls would like read like Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey. I think they tried to curtail the reading of Twilight, but definitely it was 50 Shades of Grey, because like that was like the whole thing back in the day, especially like in the late 2000s to like early 2010s when the movies came out too. They tried to stop it. And honestly though, the 50 Shades of Grey like book cover with like the tie, very provocative. Ooh, very kinky. The school was run by nuns, so that's any form of like, if that's any like indication to how strict they were, that's it. Did the pages stick together? I was not interested in Mr. Grey and his whipping capabilities, okay? That was not in my to-do list or my to-read list. What is this? Oh, he gave me his fucking vibe. Nice. The HTC vibe. not whatever you're thinking. Scholastic. Oh, you know what? We didn't have Goosebumps, because like, you know how like Goosebumps were published by Scholastics or Scholastica, whatever that publishing house is. We didn't have any Goosebumps actually, now that I think about it, because again, Catholic school. But I did buy Goosebumps. I really like Goosebumps. My aunt, my youngest aunt, who is basically like my older sister, she had like a few Goosebumps. I can't remember what it was, but I remember the Ghost House. That was the Ghost House was actually my favorite one. My favorite story because of the twist at the end. And then also there was one that was like it came from under the sink or something, where like there was an evil sponge. And then the werewolf one was also pretty nice. And there was like the Mask of the Superhero or something like that was creepy. No Harry Potter for you, Bryce. You know what? I don't think they banned magic books. I'm not saying like not the Ars Goetia, right? Like not the Lesser Keys of Solomon, but like I think we were allowed to read Harry Potter, because like outside of the nuns, a lot of the teachers were like pretty liberal and like pretty open-minded in my school. It's just that, like, you know, if the nuns put their foot down, they have to follow like the rules, right? Like, especially with 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Grey was a little overtly too sexual, right? But like with Harry Potter, it was fine. Because like these weren't like crazy nuns. Like, okay, maybe to some students they were crazy nuns. Like some of my friends were targeted by like the nuns of like, you know, they would they were kind of like targeted. I wasn't. I was a good boy, you know. I said my prayers. We had mass every first Friday. We would all go into like the school auditorium and we would have like mass every first Friday. And every Wednesday in the little chapel they'd hold mass. We'd say like the 3 o'clock prayers and shit. Like it was Catholic. Like it was in my opinion it was the most lenient Catholic outside of my college, because my college was also technically a Catholic college, but super lenient, like very lenient. But yeah, my high school was, at least in my experience, pretty lenient as long as you put your head down. As long as you keep your head down, you're fine. But you know, the nail that sticks out will be struck. Let's just say, you know. But we did have strict rules with like, so for the girls, the skirts had to be like below the knee. Their hair had to be undyed. For the boys, it was the hair had to be undyed and we couldn't have like long hair. Like there would, like we had to like have the sides of our hair like cropped short, like basically cut short. Like there was times that like teachers would literally measure with like a ruler like the length of your hair. Now I said I grew up in like the 2000s to early 2010s, right? That was when the undercut hairstyle was like super popular. So basically like you keep the top of your hair like long or like, you know, a medium length, and then you just basically shear the sides. When that hairstyle became popular, they couldn't stop it. Because like they couldn't stop that hairstyle, no matter how provocative they think it would be. They couldn't stop it because it didn't break the rules for the guys. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't break any of the rules. The only rules we had was that it couldn't be long, and it couldn't be like the sides have to like not touch your ears. It wasn't doing any of that. The guys had to shave. For the girls' nails, I think they disallowed nail polish. Like nail polish color, actually. I'm not sure. I can't remember. They might have allowed like flesh skin, like, you know, like the beige, nothing like bright probably. I'd have to ask some of my friends about that, but I definitely know they definitely banned like the dye and then the hair length, and then the skirt had to be like, you know, below the knee. And oh my god, what was the other thing? Oh my god, hold on. Oh, the jewelry. They couldn't have like insane jewelry. Now, for the guys, we didn't necessarily need to shave because, like, you know, the stereotype of like Asian dudes don't really grow facial hair is kind of true, especially like with most guys where I was surrounded with. But I had a little bit. Like, actually I have like it's kind of patchy though. Like, I actually do have a beard and a mustache, but it's kind of patchy. But when we had cadet courses, which was basically like pseudo military training, we would have to shave. And that was like the first time I shaved was when we had to do like the cadet training, because everyone had to do like the cadet training, like mandatory, like everybody in high school for a year. And you know what's the worst part? So this school that I went to was formerly an all-girls school, right? And my batch of boys, my year, was the first batch of boys to ever reach that year. Like, basically we were like pioneers. We were the pioneer batch to hit like freshman year, sophomore year of like high school in that school with boys. And we needed to have cadet officers. We needed to have cadet officers. The girls obviously will have cadet officers, Because cadet officers would basically be like someone from your classmates who would basically take courses and training to be a cadet during the summer. None of the boys I knew wanted to do that shit, except for except for one guy had to do it. Mr. G, let's call him Mr. G. Mr. G was like our sacrificial lamb to do the cadets courses. And when it came time for the school year to hit, and he was like our commanding officer, he would try to power trip. You know what I mean? He would try to like enforce his power, but be like, yo bro, you know us. Come on, man. We would literally be like, you know us. And I distinctly remember one time when we were all doing like drills, and then the girls are also doing their drills, and then we were all like, Mr. G, come on, man. We've been doing these drills for like the last 30 minutes. Can we like take a break? And he was like in a really low voice. This is how you know like the guys in my school. there were so few of us. Again, in a class of 30, there would only be like 10 to 12 guys. Mr. G, like in a very hushed voice, he was like, okay, just do the last drill slow, and then we'll call it. So it looks like we did the whole thing, but guys, just do it relatively slow, but still do it. But then that just means that we can extend this one round really long. so we did like, I think we did like squat walks where you had to like squat and then like walk. And we did that shit real slow. And it was fine. But you know, he would try to power trip, and we would try to plead with him sometimes. Like, oh, Mr. G, why are we doing this? This is not... good times. Good times. Let me keep some tomatoes, actually. Let's keep a few. Good times, man. But yeah, my batch of boys was the pioneer batch for... Actually, it started with the 4th grade. 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade. We didn't have middle school. And then freshman year to senior of high school, we were like the first batch of boys to basically get through like the school. Like get through like the entire academic program. It was weird to say the least, because again, we had like, there were obviously still like jocks and nerds, but because there were only so little boys around, we kind of were cool with everyone. And the jocks, again, were basically like the basketball boys. Basketball is a really popular sport in the Philippines, so the jocks were the basketball boys, and then everyone else, the nerds, the soccer guys, the gamers, the dorks. I was part of the dorks because I wasn't smart enough to be a nerd. The dorks, and the, hear me out, even like the student council president, and then the student council like members who were boys were part of my crew. We were part of like the other group, the non-basketball boys, but that doesn't mean we weren't cool with the basketball boys. I had a lot of good friends from the basketball boys. They would bring their guitars, and during lunch, after lunch, we would sing. This sounds so fake, but like they would literally bring their guitars, right? And then the stereotypical Filipino thing is like to just randomly sing. We would sing Big Time Rush. We would sing One Direction, Justin Bieber. We would sing like Boys to Men, you know? And it was fun, man. It was cool, you know? it was a vibe. All right. It's High School Musical. It basically was. And the thing is, right? I liked a lot of some of the basketball guys were douchebags, right? But like I liked a lot of them. They were really cool guys. They were really nice guys, and like they were popular for a reason. And I rooted for them. I had no animosity to the ones I was especially really chill with. We would like play tag. I'm not even joking. Like we would play like tag. Because like sometimes they'd get bored of playing basketball. And it was like, hey, you guys want to do some like fucking capture the flag shit? And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. So like even the nerds and the dorks got exercise. You know, we were good, man. You know, no one really got bullied. Obviously there was a bit of teasing and stuff like that, and then like there were some fights. You know, some personalities definitely didn't mix, but you know, we were chill, man. We were just singing Big Time Rush and shit. It was cool. It was cool. But here's the thing though, our batch was like pretty rowdy though. Like we had a lot of like really strong personalities, not just from the boys but from the girls especially. Like the teachers would all we had like cheer dance competitions. Like every time we'd have like sports fests. My fave oh come on. Hold on. My fave big time rush song, come on, it's gotta be Boyfriend, right? Or you know, it's tied with Boyfriend and Worldwide. Girl, I'll be thinking about you worldwide. Now if you're looking for a boyfriend, I see that every time you know I'm gonna be there. I can't unleash the full force of my singing today. I don't think I can. It's too late at night. Here I am, there you are. Why does it seem so far? Next to you is where I should be. Where I should be. Okay, that's enough. I can't sing today. I can feel it. You're going to a BTR concert? Shit, dude. Who was your favorite Big Time Rush member? Was it Kendall, James, Carlos, or Logan? I watched the show. Like that's fucking every day. Nickelodeon. When that shit came on, I would watch that. I wouldn't watch the Naked Brothers band. I'd maybe watch Victorious, maybe a little iCarly, but Big Time Rush all the time, baby. Stuck, but I'm never giving up. In the middle of a perfect day, I'm tripping over words to say. Did you feel bad for Kendall when Joe left him and they had to sing Worldwide? They had to sing Worldwide in the fucking airport. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, my batch, my year was like the worst at the cheer dance every sports fest. But you know what? We were pretty good. We were pretty good students though. Your tween heart cried for Kendall. Any kind of guy you want, you decide, change your mind, I will be there. Won't you try one more time, be my any kind of girl, you decide, change your mind, I will be there. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. I'm not ready. I got stuck in the rain, you know. I can't sing. Gotta drink some water though. Whew. Just to put it out there, Logan was my favorite member. Okay. That's it. That's it. That's all we needed. I think we'll... Let me see here. I didn't really have any goals for today aside from yapping. Especially after the accident on the road. I think we'll... Sorry. You can tell my brain is like lagging because I'm like clicking my tongue. We'll visit an island. Let's visit one of those islands that the Kappa guy, like, you know, where he takes us. Yapping go. No, Bryce. This is not. Like I have Yap. You can ask Fruit Salad, who's over at Twitch. You can ask Cheerio. The yapping can go on for hours. Like it's not even like. It's not even like reasonable. The thing is, I just need a topic, and my brain just has to keep going. If my brain stops, the yapping takes a pause. But that's okay, because you know why? That just shows Deeps is human, right? I'm not AI. I'm not some sort of ribbit robot out there. You know, no. Deeps is real flesh and bone. Human. Okay, let me sell the materials. Let me think about this. Okay, let's sell the materials on hand, and then we're gonna go to the island. I'm gonna drop some of the things though that I have on hand. I'm gonna keep my tools on. Oh look, it's Benson from Regular Show. Did you guys? Okay, does anybody know Regular Show? Like the cartoon? Like, was that something you guys watched? You can say no. It's fine. Because I liked Adventure Time, but I couldn't catch all of the episodes, but I enjoyed Adventure Time. So like these are like the new age, new 2010s Cartoon Network era. They had like Adventure Time and Regular Show. I liked Adventure Time, but I was kind of on and off about Regular Show. Like some episodes I enjoyed, but some was just like, this is just it felt like it was almost an animal. It almost felt like a beta version of a Adult Swim TV show. And the creator of Regular Show later did make an Adult Swim cartoon. So I guess that's where it's going, you know? Like I was right. Because I didn't find it too interesting because the jokes weren't really there for me because I was younger. And I was like, oh man, what the fuck are they saying, you know? But yeah, Regular Show. It wasn't really for me, but I could appreciate it at the time. One of the characters was Benson. He was a living gumball machine. Literally that gumball machine that we see on screen right now. Nobody cares, but that's Regular Show. I will say this. I have a love for the classics, right? The Hanna-Barbera classics, the Tom and Jerry's, the Johnny Bravo. I love that. We love Johnny B. We love the Powerpuff Girls here. Codename Kids Next Door. You know, I love it. You know, I love it. You know, I would never say I don't love it. But I will say, Courage the Cowardly Dog too. I love that shit. But I will say, Chowder was a very, very good show on Cartoon Network. Like, Chowder was so good. Like, now that I look back and I see Chowder, you know, I see Chowder, I see clips of Chowder, and in the animation style for Chowder, I gotten to appreciate it now because like Chowder was so good. So Chowder is basically like, Chowder is a rabbit, bear, dog, bunny thing. who is the cook's apprentice. He is the apprentice of Chef Mung Dal, who is a blue man whose wife is, I forgot his wife's name, but she is an old fairy. And his sous chef is Schnitzel, who is a living Moai rock statue man. This makes no sense. I know it doesn't make sense, but bear with me. But Chowder is a good cartoon, okay? Chowder is a good cartoon. Just give it a chance. If you're into cartoons, just give it a chance. Just give good old Chowder a chance, okay? I don't know how to sell Chowder because you have to see Chowder, okay? It's not like South Park where I can just give you like the fucking hey, let's go, Kinkasuru, hacha-cha-cha mono, protect my balls. I can't just give you a song from Chowder, right? You have to see Chowder. You have to see Chowder to appreciate it. That's like the 5th time the last month or this month that I've referenced that like South Park song. Alright. Okay, we're gonna go on a trip in our favorite rocking boat. Let's do it. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, rolling through the sky. Little Einstein. I did not watch Little Einstein growing up. I watched Dora. I watched the Diego show. Chowder was a trip. See? Fruit salad. Chowder was dope, dude. Chowder was dope. Cause like even the art style was really cool. Like for me as a kid, the art style was the coolest thing about it. Cause like the texture and the patterns on Chowder and all the other people's clothes, they move. I don't know how they did it, but it was so good. This visual looks like a sultan about to visit a random island, and it is gonna be a sultan about to visit a random island, cause that's who I am. Hold on, I can clap. I forgot. You know, I needed to hear that, Captain. You know, it's been a rough year for me, man. You know, this last 5 months, you know, the last 5 months of 2025 it's been a hell of a roller coaster for me. And you know, I needed to hear that. You know, I felt lost in life. I felt like, you know, my life was going nowhere. But thank you, Captain. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Oh. Oh, thank you. Oh. Oh ho ho. Yeah. Thank you, fruit salad. Yes. The wife of is that Moss? Yes, motherfucker. We can make. Oh my god. I can complete the bamboo garden. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. I can complete the bamboo garden. No. Truffles. That was the name of Mungdal's wife. It was Truffles. Ain't no fucking way. No fucking way. Are you serious right now? Wait. How do I know? Okay, here's my question. Here's my question. How do I just dig it? I dig. And then can I plant it? Hold on. Oh, I see. Okay, I can pick it up and plant it. Life is good. You know what? I heard good news from Captain. You know, he said something, follow my dreams or something like that. He said some shit like that, and I feel good, you know? I feel good now. Thank you, Captain. You know, no one's ever told me that. You know, no one's ever told Deeps, you know, follow your dreams. You know, I needed that. Thank you, Captain. Thank you. You are not only the captain of the boat, but you are also the captain of lost souls. I wanted it to sound funny, that bit. It wasn't that funny, but you know what? It was poetic. No, it wasn't. But it's fine. It's fine. Oh, this is great. My god, dude. We can actually complete the bamboo garden. I was kind of losing hope to being able to, like, complete the design of the bamboo garden. I'm not gonna lie. But seeing it now, you know, I'm like... And then hearing the words of Cap'n, the Kappa, anything is possible, you know? Anything is possible, you know? It feels good, man. Feels good. Let me get a few more bushes. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, because we have enough bushes for the museum now, and a few extra. We have like multicolored bushes. Life is going good. Life is worth living. What was that Justin Bieber song? Life is worth living. You know, that's fine. I'm excited to watch Sinners tomorrow though. I'm a little anxious about driving tomorrow because it's still raining, and Texas driver is kind of like scared the crap out of me a little bit right now. But yeah, I'm excited to watch Sinners tomorrow. A buddy of mine said it was just okay. And I mean, for me, a movie being just okay is fine as long as it's entertaining. And he said he had fun, so we'll see. I mean, my standard of movies, not very high. I'm not like a movie buff. I just like to watch shit. And what I mean about that is I actually do like to just watch shitty movies. Regardless of how shitty they may be. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Hold on. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Maybe we'll grab 6. 6 of each. We'll do that. But yeah. I'm excited to watch Sinners. I don't mind. Like, a lot of people say it's really good. So I'm hoping it's really good. Because, I don't know. Maybe my buddy just has, like, a high standards for movies. Unlike moi. But, I'm good with them. You know? I'm good. that's a very mathematical approach, Bryce. It's a very... Time and attention, entertainment. Yeah, for me, it's more of like entertainment. Because you know why? I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I love the shit out of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I watched that shit as a kid. Hey, Kira, thank you for dropping by. I watched Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter as a kid. And I loved it. And until this day, Mr. Deeps still likes Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Okay, it's a shitty movie. Alright, did you know Abraham Lincoln was a vampire hunter? And that he used an axe laced with silver to kill vampires? And, okay, and this is, here's one movie to actually prove I have bad tastes in movies. It's, one of my favorite comedy movies of all time. Gun to my head. You can strap me to an electric chair and it's going to be the same answer every time. It is Eddie Murphy's Norbit. Eddie Murphy's Norbit is my favorite, dare I say, favorite movie of all time. And if you know anything about Norbit, it's a horrible movie. It's a bad movie. But you know what? There's worse movies out there. By Eddie Murphy. It's called The Adventures of Pluto Nash. I would not advise watching The Adventures of Pluto Nash. That's a crap fucking movie. But Norbit, if you want to lose brain cells, if you want to be as intellectual as me, go watch Norbit. Okay, look, I also like Tropic Thunder. This Is the End was also pretty good as like a comedy movie. Obviously, the Hangover movies were kind of like the typical guy movie, The Hangover. So that was also fun. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of hard to count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should go back to Kumon, huh? I should go back to Kumon. I don't remember how much a water bug is. I think they're actually pretty cheap. There's no purpose in me catching them realistically. So, let me see here. Did I harvest everything I wanted to harvest? Yes. Okay. Let me grab some of these seashells because the clams do give out a lot of moolah. Anyways, how are you guys doing? Are you guys doing okay? Twitch, YouTube chat, are you guys doing alright? I hope you guys are doing okay, you know. Oops, not that one. I hope you guys are doing fine, you know. It is a Monday or Tuesday, depending on where you are in the world. So, start of the week. A lot can happen, but you know what? You can do it. Whatever challenges you gotta do in the week, I'm sure you can handle it. Fucking sea bass. Okay. I think I've milked this island dry of what I want from it. I could grab the coconuts and sell it to Timmy and Tommy as well. I don't really have any interests with the animal life here because they're not really, you know. Crocheting, nice. Actually, you know what? That reminds me. I think I did learn. I don't know anymore, but I think I did learn when I was a youngin' to crochet and stitch. because we had like home economics classes, and up until high school, or like up until like yeah, basically before we went to high school, we had the same home economics classes as the girls, and we would do like sewing and crocheting. It was like one of those things that my grandma had to teach me how to do, like from a physical standpoint of like, okay, here's how you try to knot. I don't know how to do it anymore because it's like it's a practice thing, right? It's a skill thing, but yeah, good luck with your crochet, Bryce. Are you doing like a full blanket, or are you doing like a little throw, a little personal throw, or are you doing like a full on blanket for yourself, huh? Bam. We can sell this to... No, we should save this and then give it to Flick. Nice. Ooh, baby blanket. Okay. Nice. You got this. Actually, that is true. Like a lot of hobbies that people built on like COVID, they do carry over, or for some people they kind of like dropped off. But for me, I mean, I've always been kind of like a semi-gym bro, especially when I got to college. But it was during COVID when I really got back into like the grind of like lifting weights and stuff, even if it was at home. Because during COVID, I didn't do anything, and I still live with my parents. And I had a pretty shit job, or a pretty shit experience with my work back then. And I was like, fuck this, man. I hate everything here. And so I drank a lot of vodka at home. And it was pretty sad because I wouldn't do like mixed drinks. I would just drink like vodka, tonic water, and ice. Or sometimes just vodka and ice. You know what I should have been doing during the pandemic? I should have been streaming. My God, I missed my fucking chance. I missed my goddamn chance. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is I picked up weightlifting again, like being a gym bro again, during the pandemic, because I was like, I'm looking a little chubster again. So I decided to like buy some weights, buy some barbells and stuff like that. And up until now, 5 years since the pandemic, I still go to the gym, you know? And I'm kind of proud of that, where I didn't drop off. Because after college, I kind of dropped off because I moved to America. But it was, yeah, it's a good sanity check for me to always be like, okay, I gotta go work out. Gotta stay fit. Deep has got to stay fit. That is true though. Like even some of my friends who did start working out, they said that they were the fittest during 2020 because they could control their diet. They didn't have to go out for unnecessary like drinking, partying, or hangouts. So they were like healthy. But once the respiratory illness disappeared, it was like back to the grind. What? But you told me to follow my dreams. His songs cut pretty deep, huh? Like they're not like jokey songs. They're actually like the lyrics is actually like insightful. Like, are you okay, Captain? Captain to Captain? Captain to Captain Kappa? You okay, man? Like, alright, I'll talk to you later, big dog. Yapping. Maybe that's why I fuck with him so much. Maybe that's why I fuck with him so much. It's all the yapping, you know. Oops. Okay, here's what I need to do. I'm coming out. I want the world to know what's how to let you show. Coming. That's why I'm sorry. There's no like method to the madness, by the way, for the bushes. Like there's no color coordination. It's just random. It's just whatever I'm feeling that day, you know. And you know what? That's fine. You know, it's nice to be spontaneous, right? You know? Oh, yes, yes. What's wrong? When she's, can I just say, sometimes like when she says darling, never mind. Never mind. It's fine. The weight, the sighing like that is perfect for when the weight of the world is simply too much to bear. Mihoimi. How did you what is with the NPCs today? Are you trying to tell me something? Huh? Look, I'm fine. Look, okay, Deep's had one bad day, a few bad weeks, maybe a few bad months, but you know what? We're fine. Okay? Now, see, that I understand. That I understand, Julie. You know, sometimes you need your Jimmy Choos. Some bitch randomly steals them and they're exactly your size, and she clearly is too small for those Jimmy Choos, and she swipes it from you. Fuck that hoe. Sorry. 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 I had to. I had to. Okay? Alright? Remember, Judy. Oh my god. You know what? I'm still good. I'm still okay. I thought I wouldn't be able, like I thought that I would be too stressed to stream or like to talk shit today. Nah. Nah. Not at all. Not at all. Almost like nothing happened. Maybe we'll, oh no, it's fine. Almost like nothing happened. Oh, the sisters are closed. Good thing we already bought. When some bitch takes the Jimmy Choos that you were looking at and they were perfectly your size. Alright? Sorry. Sometimes, you know, it's fine. I need to sell you the coconuts that I buy, that I have. There you go. There you go. You know what? Let's make the little fountain. Let's make the glowing fountain, and then I think we're going to. I'm gonna keep this stream today rather short, just so I can get a little bit of sleep. I will be back tomorrow evening with, I think, some Animal Crossing tomorrow evening. Just want to chill, just want to yap. And actually tomorrow, I'll have a chance to talk about. I'll have a chance to talk about Sinners. So I'll let you all know what I think about Sinners tomorrow. Don't let that bitches get you down, Judy. You got this, girl. I actually really like Judy. She's chill. You know what I mean? She's chill. I still don't know how to feel about her calling me like darling and stuff like that. But other than that, she's pretty chill. You know what? Let's go visit the other serial killer. So, in my headcanon, I am the island's resident serial killer. Judy creeps you out. No, we like Judy. You know, we like Judy. She potentially may also be a serial killer, but we have another one. Hold on, Tiffany. Let me show you how to truly fish. All right. Let me show you the mastery of this. All right. I got this shit down, girl. No, we love Judy. All right. I love Judy. You know, we love Ribot, Peshmita, Judy, Bubbles, Marina, Olaf, Anchovy. Anchovy's a little special. You know, he can be a little you know, but he's fine. He's fine. Here's the other serial killer. This one's like a confirmed serial killer. Look at this man's house. He even has bone chimes. Who does that? Dude, look at it. Look at this fucking boy failure house. How are you out serial killering me? But you know what? Here's the thing. We don't kick anyone out of Deepsland. The moment they step foot in Deepsland, establish a residence, they are a resident for a life. No one's allowed to leave Deepsland, by the way. He's clearly a serial killer, though. Like, I'm a little offended. Cause like, I have the whole shebang, you know. I have the outfit from My Bloody Valentine, or I Know What You Did Last Summer. I just need a hook, right? I've got the outfit, right? This is my, when I'm about to kill you, when I'm outside and I need to hide my identity, and I bring my axe out, that's my outfit. And then when you're in my house, I need your skin. See? But then like, this guy, he just has it down. He looks like Jeffrey Dahmer, the dog. Like, how the fuck do you out serial killer me? I am God Emperor of this island, man. He even has like random drawings on the floor. He has trash bags and dirty dishes and like a shitty CRT TV. What is this? And sketchy ass tissues. You know? Like, how does he do? Like, fuck. The hell? How do you outdo me? I'm okay with Judy being a serial killer because she's like those like Hansel and Gretel the witch, you know? She's like, oh, I'm all nice and stuff, and then slits your throat. But this guy's overtly a serial killer. Even his door chime is like bones falling. He makes me look like Dexter, and he's like the guys from, what was it? The guys from like the Wrong Turn movies. You know what? I'm being outclassed here. I'm being outclassed here, and it kind of hurts my feelings. Bubbles? You know what? Let's visit Bubbles and Marina. Let's visit Marina first. I like Marina. She's chill. I mean, there was one time where she wouldn't let me leave her house until the third. Hey! What the hell? Nice! How you doing, man? Let's ask her. Skibidi! I forgot we gave her Skibidi. I always forget that we gave them custom like catchphrases. That's why I like Marina, you know. She is the witch. She is the witch from Hansel and Gretel. Rainbow Sherbet or Sherbet. I gave you this pale chub, by the way. Skibidi. Okay, I'll leave you two alone. All right, have fun with your little house date. Bye bye. Skibidi. That's right. I love how they actually say it too. No AI could replicate the joy that I experience from Skibidi. Shh, shh. This is my Sultan outfit. How dare you? Is she cooking? I am. How do you guys feel about seafood and pizza? Alright, I'm called vitamin D2. Skibidi. I'm okay with seafood pizza, but it depends. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things. Okay, here's the thing though. I said this before and I'll say it again. I like anchovies on my pizza. I like the little salty, you know, you know what, Bryce? I respect that. I respect that, Bryce. Honestly. See? I'm a little... Okay, I had a rant yesterday about like how I didn't like okra or any slimy foods, like snotty, slimy foods. But if someone were to serve me something and it's not like internal organs, or even if I don't eat internal organs too. But if someone were to serve me something and it's like reasonably edible, and even if it's like okra, I'd still eat it. No, I don't like okra. I don't like slimy stuff. I think Fruit Salad was here too over at Twitch. They can confirm this, but I don't like okra. I've said it multiple times, but I don't like okra. The world famous Ribot Workout Center. Bro, you barely have any gear. What's going on? I like Ribot. I really do. He's chief of staff of the island. By the way, all my islanders, they all have titles. So Ribot is chief of staff. Pashmina is secretary of works and infrastructure. Olaf is secretary of social welfare. Judy has no job yet, but Marina is secretary of trade, Bubbles is secretary of agriculture, and Anchovy is secretary of education. Currently Judy, Fret, and Tiffany don't have roles yet. But every islander will have their own government position. To fund the... Here's the thing, Bryce. I'm the only one working here. I may call myself God Emperor Deeps of Deepsland, but ain't nobody else working here. It's just me. And the only taxes being paid is the one to Tam Nook. My debt to Mr. Nook. These job titles, okay? They're more ceremonial than they actually are legitimate. Don't tell them that though. Hurt their feelings. Especially Anchovy. He's really into the Secretary of Education thing. Now I'm not competent with his skill. Truth be told, Anchovy can be a little, his head can be a little up in the air, but he's a good guy, right? And I don't want to hurt his feelings. And you know what? You know who my first islanders were? Ribot and Pashmina. They've been, Ribot was originally the Secretary of Agriculture, but he's so cool that I was like, you're gonna be Chief of Staff. So I gave him that title. No, exactly. You see my point, right? We can't take this away from Anchovy. Do you want to take this shit away from Anchovy? Is that what you're saying? He's so happy with being Secretary of Education. He barely knows how to count 1 to 5. Alright? He doesn't know left from right. He thinks his right foot is the center and his left foot is like the Earth's core. I can't do that to him. Right? So these are all phony positions. But I have to give them something to hold on to. That's the Deep's promise. I will give you something to hold on to. Okay, question. It's the thought that counts. See? You see the vision. Question. Does glowing moss spread, and does it need to have like specific conditions to propagate and grow? Or can it just be like plopped on the floor and it'll just grow? Because I don't want to use all of my glowing. No. So it doesn't need no spreading. It just plop on the floor. Shit. No growing and no spreading. Just plopping on the floor. Shit. That's fine. We'll survive. We'll survive. We'll be fine. I asked because I wanted to get more glowy moss just in case we need it, but currently I only need the glowy moss for Oh, what's the... Oh my god. That is a horrible outfit. Okay, I'm not about the poison ivy Pamela Isley chic, okay? That's not me. But what is for me is... Hold on. Are you kidding me? I thought we had enough. Shit. Okay. What are the odds that we'd hit another island with glowing moss? Let's go hit another island with glowing moss. I still don't know what the gyroids are doing. They're supposed to grow, right? They used to like smoke and shit, but I don't. Okay, you know what? We have like we have some time, right? We have some time. Let's go to another island. Excuse me, Tiffany. I love all my island. I love all my citizens. You know what I mean? I love all my citizens. Every single one of them. Even the slightly weird ones. It's rare but not impossible. Shit. Let's roll the dice. Let's roll the dice. We have a little bit of money. A little bit of miles to spend. Let's roll the dice. Mihoy, mihoy. Cap'n. Cap'n. What? Shit. Only once a day? So that means I have to go... Okay, here's my question though. Does the dodo flights... you know what? Screw my questions. We're flying. We'll let destiny guide us. Is this thing glowing? Oh my god. Oh. I see. It's a you know what? I haven't visited an island at night. Let's go visit an island. Screw it. You know? You guys are still fine, right? You can stand another 30 minutes of deeps. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. I forgot to check something. I don't have this album. Look, these albums are very important to me, okay? I don't play all of them, but sometimes when the vibe is right, you know, a little KK reggae is what I need. Damn, 2,000. Shit, I'm broke. Okay. You know what? Let's see what another island takes us to, though. You know? Let's see where the boys, Mr. Wilbur and Orville, take us to. You know? You never know. You never know. How dusty does the office get? My god. Isabel, you've been dusting that shit for the last 10 minutes. Excuse me. I'm gonna drink some water. Hello. I'm gonna fly. Wait a minute, hold up. Let's go visit Harv's Island. I haven't actually been. What? What do you mean? Do I... Wait, hold on. Have we met Harvey? I don't think I've met him. I don't think I've met him. Oh, okay, thanks, Orville. I guess he's just there. In the beginning of the island. Oh, I guess this is the beginning of the island? Okay, cool, man. When did I meet this guy? I swear. Hey, man. I'm sorry, big dog. After the resident services is built? Really? Maybe he does, right? I don't remember. I swore I would have remembered seeing this hippie. Photopia, I see. Okay. Oh, what else do you do, man? Oh, okay. Don't go inside a random man's house. Especially if you're not sure if you even know him. And he's a air quotes photographer. Ooh, this is a bit sketchy. Seems a bit sketchy, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Okay. Tell me more, man. What services do you offer here, bro? Yes, sir, sir. Hell yeah, man. Okay. How you take pictures, Broheim? Okay. Alright, man. Yeah, radical. Okay. Pretty good, man. I'm good right now. And I don't know where my fucking surfer accent came from, but this will be it, bro. Will do, man. Will do. It's kind of I have to check what his living conditions are like, you know. Ooh, this doesn't. Ooh, this doesn't look good, you know. Why does he have that? Why does he have that? Could just be a little cutesy room for the kids. I don't know. It's a bit sketchy. Ooh, a little okay, this one's a little bit more tame. Okay. You know what? We will use this room to take a picture with my citizens. What? So the last thing we're ever going to do on stream, like for Animal Crossing, when I get, you know, when I feel like it's time to wrap up the Animal Crossing streams, I mean like the entire stream series for Animal Crossing, I think that's the easiest way to call it. We will take a picture with our citizens. And maybe Tom Nook. Definitely the twins, Timmy and Tommy. I love those two. Definitely Blathers, Isabel. You know, we'll take a picture with them. But for now, this function will remain unused because I'm very suspicious with Mr. Harvey. You know, ooh, this doesn't. Wait a minute. Okay, I want this cement floor. I don't know about the wallpaper, but I want the cement floor for my serial killer basement, right? Where does he get this? Okay, I'm getting ideas, you know, from one potential killer to the next. I'm getting ideas from him, you know. I'm getting ideas, you know. I may feel a little uncomfortable in his murder house. Ooh, this one's definitely a murder. Okay, that's the murderer. Okay. All right. Let's let's get the fuck out of here. I don't trust this dog. He looks like a mad dog. All right, man. Peace and love, bro. Peace and love, Broheim. Don't let the man get you down. Get me the fuck out of here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get me back to God's country. Get me out of here. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Come on. Okay, now we're actually gonna go to like a random island. Let's see what's up. Maybe we can get new fruit, huh? Maybe some new fruit. Maybe some oranges. Maybe some apricots. I don't know what other fruits there are in this game. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Cherries, pears. Okay, so here's the thing. I have peaches, cherries, and apples. So we just need pears and oranges, right? Pears and oranges. But I feel like that's some of those like a summer thing. Like oranges. Okay, so we only need oranges and pears. Pears I think we can get, but I don't know about the oranges. Ah, it's a bamboo. Should we? Let's see. Oh, coconuts. That's true. But we also have coconuts at home. Literally, we have McDonald's at home. We have coconuts at home. I haven't cultivated a lot of like the apples, the cherries, but we have trees on them. So if we ever need it, we can just shake them. But yeah. I mean, this isn't necessarily a bad thing though. The bamboo forest, because like, no, I don't need these bamboos to be honest. I have no desire for these items. But you know what we could do? We can get some of the wood, right? Think positively, man. Deeps, you gotta think positive, bro. Right? What's life without a little bit of positivity? I'm kind of like I don't want to do diving in an island. But the thing is, I don't want to do diving right now. I know, right? Deeps doesn't want to do diving. I don't want to do diving right now because Timmy and Tommy's store is closed for today. So I can't sell it, the items that I find. I can sell it for like shit. What the fuck was that? Oh, it's I could sell it for like 3/4 the price or something. Oh no, 80% the price. But I don't know if it's worth it. We can always just dive later on. You know what? Maybe we'll just... Bryce, that is what I actually used to do before. Like, when I first started the Animal Crossing streams, you know how like it takes Blathers literally 2 days, like a day to build out the museum? I literally had just like stacks and stacks and stacks of shit outside where the museum was going to be to donate. So I'm not too unfamiliar with it. The idea of just dumping it outside. In fact, I highly encourage it. Fuck it, we'll go diving. Fuck it, we'll go diving. You guys are fine, right? You guys are fine with Deeps. You know, keeping Deeps company for another 40 minutes. It'll be fine. Short stream, sure, Deeps. You always say it's gonna be a short stream, but you end up talking for 3 fucking hours. I promise this stream will not be 3 hours. It's fine. It will not be 3 hours. I swear to you. I swear. All right. So you know what? We'll harvest the bamboo shoots and the rocks, and then we will go home and we will dive. Drop everything and then dive. Did we already get a 5th? We didn't get a 5th fossil, I think. So there's a chance. The yapping helps. See, my mom always told me, you know, like, oh no, my grandma always told me that my skills were God-given. God gave me these skills for a reason. And even if it just means that I can help someone get through some chores or some hobbies, that's fine. Yapology. Okay, I don't want to go fishing because I feel like I won't get anything worth my time. Fuck it. Thing is, I'm okay with selling in the box if they're like cheap stuff. But if they're like the expensive stuff, I'd rather just hold on to it so I can get full price. So that's what we'll do. We'll do a little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. A little bit of Gina is what I need. Sorry. We're gonna do a little bit of fishing here in the island until I feel like nope, we're not getting any luck here, and then we'll go back home. Not bad. Better than sea bass. Way better than sea bass. I would literally chuck the sea bass back to the ocean if it was sea bass. Not bad. Again, better than sea bass. Okay, I hit all the rocks, so I'm good on that side. Actually, yeah, let's pick up the seashells on the seashore. We'll just sell it in the box. It's fine. I didn't have any no sticks. Okay. So we'll grab a few more things. Again, I could chop the bamboo, but sorry. I could chop the bamboo. You know, does not interest me. You know, the vibes aren't right. All right, let's fine. Oh, I'm about to dive in. Better go hold your man. We're gonna dive. I can't help it. I can't help it. I do really like diving though. It's one of those like brain dead activities in Animal Crossing that I really enjoy. You know, there's minimal skill, minimal skill involved. Come on. It's been a. When was the last time I even mentioned Kumon on stream? It was a while back. But yeah, you know, I don't regret taking Kumon though. It was a pain in the ass. It was definitely like a lot of times it was like torturous because like I would have to, you know, you'd have to go after school or like during your weekends to like the Kumon Learning Center, and then you'd stay there for like 2 hours or something doing like drills and you can always ask your teachers and stuff like that, and you do like the assessment tests whenever you need to like move up a level. Again, I get toys and stuff. I got toys and Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, whatever. Counterfeit, not the real ones, but yeah, you know, I appreciated it, especially when I got older, and I kind of breezed a little bit through high school too. not, breeze in the sense of like I didn't struggle as much as I would have if I didn't take Kumon. So I can appreciate what my grandma did for me there. For the computer courses though, for that computer class I took, I don't know if that was worth it. all I got from that computer course was playing Call of Juarez and GTA. But you know what? It's fine. So tomorrow after watching The Sinners, I will go to the grocery to buy like Greek yogurt, a bunch of bananas, and then maybe some sweets. I might pick out like a tray of Oreos and some frozen pizza. I've been really holding myself back on buying ice cream. I know summer is coming in. Summer is gonna be hot this year, I feel like, because it's been raining a lot. The warmer weathers are coming in. Summer's coming in, in a few months too. But what I'm trying to say is, I've been holding myself back with buying ice cream. But I really want to buy ice cream. We have a brand called Bluebell. I think during like the pandemic or like around the 2020s, like Bluebell got into like a bit of an issue because like someone was like licking the ice cream tops, like the top of like the ice cream tubs. So there was that, and there was also like a listeria issue. Listeria doesn't affect young healthy adults. It affects the TikTok trend. Yeah, like licking the ice cream. But there but Bluebell's fine, Listeria doesn't affect young healthy adults. But if you're young or if you're like a toddler or if you're old, Listeria might kill you, by the way. Just to let you know. We're about to hit another yapathon. Hold on. Just to let you know, it will kill you. But I've been trying to hold myself back with buying ice cream. But I'm having this itch to like buy cookie dough ice cream or cookies and cream ice cream or like just simple vanilla ice cream. I know I shouldn't, right? Because what I do is I don't want to be a chubster anymore. I don't want to be a fat ass, I'm at a healthy weight, and then I feel good. The shape of my body is a little better than it used to be. So I'm good. I don't want to encourage myself to be super unhealthy. I just ate like 3/4 of a Cabo Bob's burrito today. That's not healthy. And am I really gonna top it off with buying ice cream tomorrow? I might. But I'm trying to hold myself back. But it's calling to me. You know what I mean? Because what I do as a substitute for ice cream, and this is kind of sad, is I would get Greek yogurt, mix in maybe like a teaspoon of like brown sugar or honey, like 9 grams of honey or 10 grams of sugar, and then maybe some frozen fruit. Or maybe if I'm feeling a little special, what I would do is I would like crush like 3 Oreos and mix it with the frozen yogurt. Why 3 Oreos specifically? Because 3 Oreos is 180 calories. That is enough. Life is short. Hold me back. You gotta hold me back. But you know what I mean? Like, I've been so good. I've been hitting like 100 grams of protein every day. I've been working out almost 5 to 6 times a week. I've been hitting my stride. But god damn it, I kind of really want cookie dough ice cream. Did I already say my favorite ice cream? I have said it before. My favorite ice cream flavor is always going to be vanilla. I really love vanilla. If there was just milk flavored ice cream, I would really love milk flavored ice cream. But a close second to vanilla is, and they're at they're at the tie, is cookie dough ice cream and cookies and cream ice cream. I don't really like fruit flavored sweets. I like fruits. I like my strawberries. I like my peaches. I like my mangoes. I like fruits. I like kiwis. I like soursop. I like fruits as they are. but I don't like fruit flavored sweets. Now, that's not to say that if someone gives me like a tub of strawberry ice cream, Deeps is gonna throw it down the drain. No, of course not. I'm gonna eat it, but if I was given a choice, I would not have picked the strawberry ice cream. You know, I would not have picked the fruit flavored ice cream. Now, I do have a bit of a consideration there. I do much prefer the durian ice cream compared to like any other fruit flavored ice cream, compared to like mango ice cream, all that. I do like durian ice cream. Now, to some of you who may have had durian or haven't had durian and don't like durian, you don't like the smell, I understand. But I do encourage you, if you're a little adventurous out there, to try durian products like durian ice cream. The stank is still kind of there and the aftertaste is kind of there, but it's an acquired taste, man. It's an acquired experience. Hi, Chen. How you doing? You know, durian ice cream, very dope. Very good. Durian candy, very good. Because what they do with durian candy is they basically make it out of... I can't even talk. They make it out of sugar, condensed milk, and then bits of durian. It's really good, man. Alright? It's really good. But yeah, I don't really like fruit flavored sweets. Like, I don't like lollipops that taste like strawberries. You have a cold? Oh, I'm sorry, Chen. I hope you get some rest, dude. I know it's I know you live in the Asia Pacific region. I remember that. So I know it's a school week. It's a school day, but you should get some rest. You know, rest up. And I hope you feel better, man. You know. I don't know if my streams will help you feel better. I haven't had any reports of someone feeling worse after watching my streams, but you know what? There's a first time for everything, my friend. I hope you feel better, dude. I do hope you feel better. Get healthier, stronger soon, so that you can bounce back and do what you need to do. But yeah, you know, fruit flavored sweets, not for Mr. Deeps. I made that shit rhyme. But yeah, ice cream. I will say though, if someone gave me like the Tillamook strawberry ice cream, I would eat it. I would actually enjoy it too. But again, my preference is always towards the milk flavored stuff. Vanilla, chocolate, cookies and cream. Damn it. Damn it. Cookies and cream. Let's go home. And like chocolate chip. I actually like mint chocolate chip too. I actually really like that flavor too. A lot of people don't like it because it's like toothpaste and all that. But you know, whenever the Girl Scouts do their whole thing, and I see them, I'm like, hey, yo, girls, you need like to sell some cookies. You know what? I'm here. Drop me a few boxes. I'll Venmo the Bing Bang Bosh money to your mom, and I got some like mint chocolate chip. But I will say I like the I forgot what they're called. The coconut ones, the ones that are like the caramel delights. I like those too. The caramel delights, mint chocolate chip. I like the lemon cookies from the Girl Scouts, but it does kind of get gross after a while. But I like them. What else did I buy from the Girl Scouts? I can't even remember anymore. I didn't get the peanut butter ones. I'm not a big fan of like peanut butter cookies. You can crucify me for that if you need to, but it's not for me, man. You know what I mean? It's not like, you know, it doesn't excite me. But tiger prawn. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Girl Scout cookies. But I do like Girl Scout cookies. What does kind of suck with Girl Scout cookies is you kind of have to have a dealer. You know what I mean? You need to have like a Girl Scout cookies dealer. Like back in the day, my aunt, my step aunt, like the sister of my stepfather, her daughters used to be part of the Girl Scouts when they were younger. Now they're in college. They're like adults now in college age and stuff like that. So obviously they don't do the Girl Scout stuff anymore. But back then, dog, way back when they were still Girl Scouts, they were our dealers. And we would get so much because, you know, they had a quota to make. They had a quota to like reach being Girl Scouts of like they have to sell this much because they already bought this much from like their stocks. And here's the thing though, You gotta have a dealer. If you don't have a dealer, you have to go to like local Walmarts, right, to get them. But there is, and this is for the next season because the season is over, there is a Girl Scout website where they show you where they're selling their crap, where they're selling their wares. I'm not joking. They actually show you like different like In-N-Outs or Walmarts or Targets or whatever grocery store they might be posted in. So you can do that. It's in the Girl Scout website too. So it's a little sketchy, yeah. It can be a little sketchy. Honestly, when I first saw it, I was like, is it safe to post these online? But I guess like they're with their parents, so it's fine. But yeah, there's a site, there's a tracker to where you can find them. There's dates and times. There's dates and times. But the thing is though, the later it gets in the Girl Scout cookies season, the less there are of the popular flavors. There's less like mint chocolate chip. There's less like caramel delights, and you're kind of left with just like the shortbread cookies. Now again, if you like the shortbread cookies, that's fine. Deeps will not judge. It's just not for me, you know? Sometimes, and this is why I'm kind of preventing myself from buying ice cream. Let me tell you why. Let Deeps tell you why. It's because I can't hold myself back. I cannot hold myself back. Because like, for example, if I buy like a Ben & Jerry's ice cream, I'm gonna go all the way, like the fucking cookie dough supreme whatever thing they have. I'm gonna go all the way, and that's not good for me. Deeps will. That's why I kind of need to stop myself, because if I'm gonna eat something unhealthy, we're gonna go all the way. You know, we're gonna balls to the walls. Do your balls hang low? You know, I'm gonna go 100% balls to the walls, buy the most unhealthy version of that ice cream that I can, that I enjoy the flavor of. So when I buy Girl Scout cookies, I don't really look at like the shortbread ones or like the peanut butter ones. No. We're beelining it to the caramel delights and then the mint chocolate chip ones. Because I know those are the ones that'll kill me. And I have no problem with that. Because if I'm gonna do something bad to my body, it's gonna be the 100%, you know? Never a half measure of junk food. Such a bad influence. Oh my god. I think my sweet tooth kind of came about because as a kid I was super sickly because I got tonsillitis a lot. Until this day, I don't get tonsillitis anymore, knock on wood, but until this day I have inflamed tonsils, and it got to the point where it didn't close, like it didn't close my throat, but it definitely was a consideration where maybe we should have your tonsils removed. I never got my tonsils removed at the end of the day, but yeah, I was super sickly and I had tonsillitis a lot. Like I'd get like 40 Celsius fevers and shit like that, and the doctors would always say, if you know, don't eat sweets, especially if you have tonsillitis, because like it's not that the sugar is necessarily bad for the tonsils. It's more like because the sugar sticks to your tonsils, it attracts like the bacteria, so it causes more inflammation and stuff like that. Even if you drink like a lot of water, sometimes the residual sugar alone is enough to cause like the inflammation, and you get like the, you know, the inflamed tonsils. But yeah, man, maybe it's because I was a kid. When I was a kid, I had tonsillitis. I didn't get to really like gorge myself with all the sweets in the world that I have a sweet tooth. But I also have a savory. What's the equivalent to like a sweet tooth, but then for like salty and savory stuff? But yeah, I also have like a very strong affinity. That's the easiest way to say it. Strong affinity to salty foods, like dried fish and all of that. Like I just eat that shit like nothing. My mom is worse though, cause like back in the day, and this is why my mom also has like potentially could have high blood pressure. She would salt her soy sauce, and she would like salt her like fish sauce. Like, even for me, I like sweets, but I would never in my life salt soy sauce. Now, my mother is not the only person I know who would salt soy sauce. One of my closest friends in my life, who I went to high school and university college with, he was also my roommate. I still keep in touch with him. He was part of my gang. This motherfucker, when we were in college, I saw him. He was like, we were like talking. I was in his room. He was like preparing a snack for himself, right? We were talking. This motherfucker, he poured soy sauce to a bowl. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then he salted it. And then, cause like he was gonna eat like green mangoes, like unripe mangoes, cause like in the Philippines when you eat unripe mangoes, it's really sour. So sometimes to balance it out, you'd have soy sauce or salt or bagoong, which is like fish paste, shrimp paste with it. But this motherfucker poured soy sauce and then sprinkled some salt on it. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And he was like, what? It's just that. And then when I moved back to live with my parents, I told my mom about this story. And she was like, oh yeah, I do that too. What the fuck, mom? But I do like spicy foods. Okay, I talked about this yesterday, but I'll talk about it again. I like spicy foods, but I don't like nasal spicy foods. Like the spicy foods that like get to your nose, like ginger. Okay, I like ginger as a flavor, but then when it gets to my nose, not so much. I don't like wasabi. I don't really like mustard. My mustard experience is kind of like on and off. It's like, you know, if I'm feeling like it, a little hot dog action over there. A spurts of mustard is fine, but I don't like wasabi. But I do like spicy food. So here's the thing though, Bryce. I don't know if you experience this, but sometimes when I have something that's spicy and salty at the same time, it kind of gets gross. Like if there's like a balancing act to having spicy foods and salty foods. Like it can't be like, it has to be spicier than it is salty, if that makes sense. Because I've had like fried chicken that was like apparently like spicy. So I don't consider Bicol Express spicy, because the so Bicol Express is this dish made out of green beans, green chilies, and coconut milk in the Philippines. It's a little bit of ground. No, hold on. Am I thinking about the? Hold on. Am I thinking of the right one? I know it's made out of chilies. But no, Bicol Express is not that spicy. Jollibee, okay. This is like the 5th time I've talked about Jollibee this month. I'm sorry, I'm Filipino. I have to, right? Like it's part of my bloodline. I have to. That's the only thing we've successfully made, aside from Bruno Mars. Jollibee spicy. I love Jollibee spicy. I every time I get a chance to order Jollibee, it's always the spicy one. I get the original flavor sometimes if they're out of the spicy flavor, but I prefer the Jollibee spicy flavor. Now here's the thing. In the Philippines, I don't know if they do it anymore. They may not. But our spicy chicken flavor for Jollibee was basically red powder on top of the original chicken. So it's like red crack, basically. And that spicy powder, my god, till this day, is like the peak of flavor for me. Because like it was salty and it was spicy. Just the right balance, right? It is red powder. Okay, thank you, Mr. Solo. Thank you, Yen. So the so in America, the spicy chicken you get is infused spice in Jollibee. It's kind of like the Popeye spicy, where like they marinate it in spicy. The flour has the spices, but in the Philippines, it's a fucking powder, bro. They literally dust it. And if you're nice, and if the cashier or the server is nice, you can ask for extra red powder. Now, again, red powder is like red powder, I'll be completely honest, is a sus way to say it, but it literally is red powder. It is so good. Like you would put it on top of the rice, and sure, you might have a little, the extra red powder. Okay, here's the thing though, Mr. Solo, Mr. Yan, back in the day, you could get that shit for free. You can get the powder for free, but it had to depend on your server though. But yeah, I mean, Filipino food is not known for being spicy. Frankly, Filipino food is more sweet and salty, and then sour. I heard that the gravy was rationed. But yeah, I do like spicy foods. But again, wasabi is is like this type of spice I don't like. Like if it gets to my nose, like you can burn my tongue, you can scorch my mouth. Fuck it, you can even like make my lips feel like they've touched acid. I'm okay. But once it gets to my nose, I'm like, nah, not for me. And I know some people really like wasabi because it gives you that like level of freshness. But nah, not for Mr. Deeps. Not for me. But again, if someone, especially in an omakase setting, would like serve me sushi and obviously they're gonna put a little bit of wasabi and the nigiri, I'm gonna eat it. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna complain. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna complain. I'm still gonna chow. I'm still gonna nom 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 all over it, all of it, you know? Like shit. Especially if I paid for it. And especially more if it was free. But yeah. Not much there's not a lot of spicy foods in the Philippines, to be honest. Like from the cuisine standpoint, not a lot. But there are a lot of like other foreign foods. Like some Middle Eastern places have spicy like kebabs or sauces. Korean food, Chinese food. So there's a selection out there. Indian food, that's also true. Oh, what's wrong with this guy? Oh, hold on. I have to solve a domestic dispute. You better not think about leaving. If you're thinking about leaving, I will. What's wrong? Okay, what is it? Uh-huh. I might be interested. What you got for me, dog? I already have that. Roomba. Let me Google. What is a Roomba costume? Hold up. Hold up. What is that? Ah. That's more of your Spanish culture though, Olaf, so I don't want to take that culture away from you. What else you got? What else you got? What else you got? I'll take it. I like that one. Yep, you're what now? Alright. Thank you. Domo arigato. Adios. I still love that guy, you know? He's got a bit of a personality. He's got a lot of sass to him, but I still don't like your eyeshadow. I still love Olaf, you know? He's a good guy. He's a good guy at heart. What does it look like? I can work with that. That's a good pair. Are you okay? What's wrong? Yeah? Shit. Do I have anything to give her? I don't. What's up? How you doing? Shit. No. Yes! See? Oh my god. So I have this rule in my streams. I don't usually play like the multiplayer aspect of games. Never say never, but for now, Deeps isn't gonna like open the island. I'm not gonna visit other people's islands. I'm not gonna like play with other players. I usually only play single player games currently, right? But whenever people ask, like, hey, can I visit your island? Do you want to visit my island in Animal Crossing? I always give the reason of like, Deeps Land is an independent island nation state. Deeps Land is an independent island nation state. We are not currently opening our doors to foreign entities. We are not looking for any invaders and colonizers. And now Pashmina is saying, like, we're about to be invaded by a bunch of evil pirates or something. Don't worry, Pashmina. The borders are closed. does not recognize as the one that see Bryce, you get it. You get see? You get it. You guys get it. See? And even my islanders are indoctrinated. They're indoctrinated. We're being invaded. No, don't worry, Pashmina. Captain is a good guy. He's a good guy. You know? He's in charge of seafare. My god. Deep's land, baby. Independent island nation state. We're like the Vatican. Rest in peace, Pope Francis. Independent island nation state. And I am God Emperor. Although I'm the only one doing any actual work in this fucking island. But that's fine. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I do anything for my residences, you know? I do anything for them. It's fine. I don't wanna go another day. So I'm telling you exactly what is on my mind. Seems like everybody's breaking up, going their own way. I know I got a few things right here, that's why I say. That was unprompted, I'm so sorry. Nobody gonna love me better, I must stick with you forever. Nobody gonna take me higher, I must stick with you. You know how to appreciate me, I must stick with you, my baby. Nobody gonna make me feel this way, I must stick with you. Remind me, stick with you. Pussycat Dolls or Destiny's Child? I know I sang it and I should know the answer, but I feel like Stick With You was a Pussycat Dolls song. Maybe not. I could Google it, but I'm gonna let it simmer. Until I feel disturbed by the fact that I don't know it, then I'll Google it in like maybe 5 minutes. But, you know what? I must stick with you. Unprompted yapping, unprompted singing. Welcome to the Deeps Show. Hold on. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill up the inventory, and then we'll only do one round of diving. Fill it out, sell the cheaper ones, keep the more expensive ones to sell the next day, and then I think that's where we're gonna call it for the Animal Crossing stream. After we all do all that, unfortunately, we don't have enough glowing moss to build the fountain. I thought we would be able to make the pond rather, the glowing pond. Unfortunately, we don't have that. So that will just have to wait another day. I don't wanna go another day. No more. It's not just yapping, it's also singing 5 lines and approximately getting the lyrics correctly. I have an approximate knowledge of a lot of songs, okay? Potentially 5 lines. May or may not have incorrect lyrics, but 5 lines of different songs, okay? It's fine. It's fine. So, the reason why I'm also diving is I'm kind of hoping that there was another sea creature that only appeared at night that we haven't caught. The seasons already, like, changed, so I was really hoping that we would have something like, I don't know, like some other glowing animal or glowing sea creature we could pick up and then donate to the museum. Because here at Deep's Land, we value, you know, we value culture and education, so we prioritize our museum. We do, all right. Don't ever let that, you know, Ribot or like the Muscle Brain Ribot or Anchovy, who's currently our Secretary of Education, fool you. Okay, we actually do care. Now, Anchovy does care about his job as Secretary of Education. It's just that sometimes he's not really focused. You know, he's not a very focused individual. So his, like, you know, his objectives, his policies for education, a little suspect, you know, a little suspect. You never really, it's a little sus, as they say. You know, like there was one time that Anchovy wanted to open a school for ants, and you know, we had the budget for it, and I was okay with it, but it wasn't. You know, we don't really have any ant like residences here, but I let him go through with it. You know? Another time, Anchovy was really into making soap. So we had like 3 months of like soap classes only. And you know, like soap is good. Soap is important. Soap keeps you clean, smelling fresh. But was that necessary? Like, you know, was it necessary? I don't know. I don't think so. But we had fun. You know, we had fun. So yeah, we care about the culture and education of Deepsland. Don't ever get twisted by the fact that Anchovy is who he is. He's a special boy. He's a simple man. A simple little boy. Anchovy. He's a woodpecker. Unfortunately, he's suffered multiple concussions pecking on wood. His brain wasn't built for the G-forces that he created with his woodpecking. But you know, it's fine. We love Anchovy. We love Anchovy, you know. Is he gonna show up? Pascal. Hello, Pascal. Late night, huh? Of course. Lay it down on me, man. That's right. That's right. It's a work in progress, right? It's a work in progress. Thank you. A belly flop is just a swan dive getting workshop. That's some wisdom, man. I'ma let it simmer. I'ma let it flow, and I'ma let it cook. Alright? Have a good day. Did you give me a pearl, or did you just give me another recipe I won't use? He gave... You know what? I like that. I like that. You know what, Pascal? Thank you for the tiara. Maybe we'll give it to Marina or something, because she's the only, like, aquatic resident in the lands. At the Deeps lands. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll give it to her. I have no use for the tiara. I'm gonna drink some water. Hold on. I've been drinking a lot of water when I stream, especially like after I pass like the 2-hour mark. Sometimes my throat gets a little scratchy because again I talk too much. I can't stop, won't stop yapping. But this is why I also suck at playing video games generally, because I use like 40% of my brain power to like yap instead of like locking in and playing the damn game. Like I used to. Okay, hold on. I know I jumped topics. Hold on. What was I saying? I drink a lot of water. What was I gonna say? So I drink a lot of water on stream because of my throat, right? I was actually thinking maybe I should buy some like lozenges, like, you know, like those like throat lozenges, so that when I stream or at the end of my stream I can kind of like have a little bit of it, or like have a lozenge candy that kind of like soothes my throat or something like that, so that, you know, I can still talk the next day and then stream and then keep yapping and then so yeah, that's it. But yeah, I definitely do use like 40% of my brain to just yap. I don't even think about what I'm talking about, because like sometimes it just comes out, but then it's like a background program. You know what I mean? Like in your PC, sometimes you have like a background program that just takes up so much like resources. Yeah, my yapping is kind of like that. And it's not even like, I understand. My yapping isn't even clever yapping. It's just random nonsense. And I can't even string up like sentences correctly. But you know what? It's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. And I have this bad habit, right? And I got this because, like, you know, I used to watch a lot of TV and listen to a lot of radio back in the day. I have this issue where I can't let dead air happen. Like, I know streaming is different. Like a lot of people prefer if their streamers don't yap. They just play the game and maybe make a few jokes here or there, and then, you know, not do like role-playing bits every 5 minutes, but I can't help myself. You know, I have to fill in the dead air. Because you know what? Here at the Deeps channel, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, so I have to fill it in with yapter. You know? Shitty jokes, slightly crappy singing, incorrect lyrics. That's what we're here for. And that's what you're here for. Now you are free to leave. You aren't a captive audience. Don't worry about it. The Deeps channel, you know, you're free to come and go, you know, as you please. As you please. I just want you to know that when you come to the Deeps channel, just expect nonsense. Cause I can't help it. I can't help myself. I have to say something. I have to. You know? And maybe it is too late. Too late to apologize. One Republic. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late. Yes. My God. I feel like if I was around in like the 1960s, they would have institutionalized me and lobotomized my ass. Legitimately, if anybody saw my behavior on stream in the 1950s, lobotomy right away. No questions asked. Scrape that brain in. You know? Institutionalized. Electroshock. Straight to the damn kennel. You know what? I have thought about it though. This might be a little offensive or weird. I hope not. It's weird, yes. I hope it doesn't offend anyone. At some point in my life, I have thought about maybe I should try, you know, staying in like those wellness clinics. That's like the euphemistic term for institutionalization. But like, you know, like I thought about it. I was like, maybe that would help me. Cause you know why? I saw the movie A Cure for Wellness, where like Dane DeHaan, who was the Green Goblin in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, he started that movie, and basically he was working for a company. Hold on. He was working for a company, and the company's CEO went missing, and it turns out he put himself in a wellness center, basically like a mental health, like not a hospital. It wasn't an asylum, but it kind of gave it. It was a wellness center. Let's just say that, right? Like where people come to recuperate their mental woes, and it's basically like an institute for mental health, something like that. You were somewhat institutionalized, but you can come and go as you need. But I saw that movie, and that it's a horror movie where where the staff and the heads of the institution are bad, and they're like I'm not gonna spoil a lot, but you know, they're using the patients for dastardly things. But you know, when I saw that movie, I was like, minus the creepy horror elements, I feel like I might potentially just a little bit benefit from a wellness center, you know, just a little bit. I'm being 100% serious here. You know, I thought about it, but I also realized that there are also some like prejudices that come if you do self-institutionalize too, especially like in like American health insurance and stuff like that. You know, and a lot of these are protected by HIPAA, like the, you know, secrecy things with like doctors and medicine, but you never really know, right? And honestly, you never really know if a wellness center is a good institution, right? It could be Arkham Asylum. I might accidentally send myself to fucking Arkham Asylum. There's always like these horror stories from like the 1950s, 1960s, even up until like the 1990s, where like mental health institutions were like horrible places because like they would just do lobotomies, electroshock therapy. They would abuse their patients. So, you know, I kind of talked myself out of it. Now, I wasn't 100% like serious about it where I was looking at places, but it was a thought. You know, it was a glimmer in my eye. So like, maybe, you know, maybe if I crash out, or maybe if I, you know, if I'm not feeling 100%, maybe I should throw myself in one of those. You know, just to feel, you know, maybe that's it. You know, therapy could always help. But you know what? The simple answer would have just been, just go to therapy. But, you know, I never... Always good to have a backup plan. You know, I could have just gone to therapy. That would have helped. But what I'm more of a, if I'm gonna do something, we should go balls to the walls. Full institutionalization. You know, a cure for wellness, baby. You know. It's always good to have a backup plan. See, I like how you think, Bryce. I like how you think. You know. I like how you think. You know, most people would have scoffed at me with the thought of like, I'm a little distressed, and so I'm gonna institutionalize myself. No. You see, I was okay. I know I'm doing like a bit, but I was actually it was a thought in my mind at some point, legitimately. Like maybe if I don't feel much better about my life, you know, if things don't like like if things don't go that well, maybe it's time for Deeps to meet the good old institute, you know. But it's always good to have a backup plan. Arkham Asylum. I feel like if I ended up in Arkham Asylum, I don't think I'd be too, like, you know, out of place to be in Arkham. It wouldn't be too out of place to put me in Arkham Asylum, to be honest. All right. I feel good about the catch today. Honestly, it's pretty good. I was thinking about giving Marina the pearl, the tiara, but let me double check what it looks like. Maybe we should give it to someone else. A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. I know these lyrics are wrong, 'cause I don't remember that fucking Aladdin song. Holy shit, my dude. We can give it. No, let's give it to Marina. That's fine. You see? He's doing work, sweeping the floors. Okay. Mantis shrimp is expensive. The nautilus is expensive, so that. We're keeping that. Yeah, we're keeping that. I want to sell these at full price. But you know what? We'll actually have to wait for Timmy and Tommy for like until Wednesday. Their store closes tomorrow. But this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. What was I doing? Hold on. I guess for these ones, since they're like a little bit pricey, I'm just gonna keep them here, and then we're just gonna sell them, right? When the time is right, basically when Timmy and Tommy open their damn store again, oops, yep, okay, cool. We're gonna sell these. The rocket, I'm gonna move you a little bit, okay? Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be just fine. Glory to Atstolka. Sorry. I can't help myself. You like to enter at No, we're not doing the damn accent. I already finished playing Papers, Please. It's fine. Actually, one game, and I said this before, but one game that I've been like wanting to play But the only thing that's really stopping me is the compatibility. Is I really want to play Vampire the Masquerade. I want to try it out. And I do know there's a Vampire the Masquerade like 2 supposedly coming out sometime in the future. But yeah, it looks like it keeps getting pushed back and delayed. I don't know if it's ever gonna get released, Vampire the Masquerade 2. But I already own Vampire the Masquerade, and I do want to play it. I'm just worried about compatibility, because the worst thing, at least for me when it comes to streaming, this is a little bit of like serious talk now. No bits here. The worst part about streaming is when a game crashes or when a game doesn't work, and it like basically fucks up your entire stream. Like it sucks to like start a game, to start a stream, and then either the game doesn't work or the game is so incompatible with your setup to where it causes the stream to lag. That's also why I don't multi-stream. I don't stream on both Twitch and YouTube, like PC games whenever I play them, because yeah. My PC chan isn't able to handle all that pressure. Deep slore. There's too much deep. I've said too much deep slore, to be honest, the last few weeks. It's a little overwhelming for you guys, to be honest. You know, like, it's too much deeps. You know, too much deeps. Too much. I feel bad for you guys. You know too much about me. You know. I'm kind of like Cthulhu, right? Or like an elder god. The more you know about me, the worse your life gets. the more your sanity decreases. You know what I mean? You fail your sand checks more. You start seeing stuff. You get really paranoid. You're like, whoa, what the fuck's going on? You know? You know what? You're the only sea creature here. Here you go. This is for you. Yep. Ah. That works. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, oh, that's nice. You know what? I fuck with that. That's good. Alright, cool. Alright, bye-bye. Oh, Mr. Solo was talking about like spicy foods. We were talking about spicy foods for a bit. Alright. Let me see if there's anything else for me to do in the island. I say we were gonna keep this stream short, but we're closing in on 3 hours. I can't stop. I can't stop. Once you get me talking, I can't stop, you know? Can't stop, won't stop. That's the problem. Oh my god. Again, if I was born in the 1950s, institutionalized. Asylum. Right away. Okay, you know what? Let's just round it out. Let's just round it out. Let's just round out the hour to 3 hours. It's only 7 minutes left. So let's catch a few fish. I'm also hoping that there's like some fish here that I haven't caught at night. Maybe. I'm actually feeling that, you know, we'll do ocean fishing. We'll do ocean fishing because I think the ocean has a little bit more. Yeah, let's do this. The ocean has a bit more animals for us, so let's do that. You know, thankfully, I haven't had any more encounters with the scorpions. I say thankfully because we already have one, right? We already have one to give to Blathers. And I don't want another one. Because I don't want to get stung. I don't want to get knocked the fuck out. I don't want to be sent to the danger zone. You know? So I'm okay with one scorpion. Although if we get another scorpion, we can sell it to Flick. You know, that would be good. Get over here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, that's it. The madness. The deep's madness. Alrighty. Where's the fish? Please don't be sea bass. Be anything but sea bass. Please, I swear to God, bro. Please. I can tell from the vibrations if it's sea bass. Sea bass. No, it might be red. No, like it's worse. Okay, there's a domestic dispute I need to fix. Yes, what's wrong? I might be. Shit. Okay, well, thank you, thank you, Pashmina. You know, hold on, place item. What is it? Ah, okay. You know what, Pashmina? I have a lot of these, but just for you, my girl, we're gonna put it somewhere special. See? I care about my people. Their thoughts, their emotions, their feelings, all of that. All of that, I care. We care. Deeps cares. Trademark. Deeps cares. It sounds like a shitty health insurance. Okay. I do know where to put. Okay, I am serious though. I do know where to put the lantern Pashmina gave us. I just want to put it right here. Right here. Well, actually, can we put it right here? No, let's put it right here. Yeah, right there. That works. Does Cap'n just hang out here? I mean, he sang a whole song about like his wife and like he's okay as long as they have like a roof over their heads, but like he doesn't need to like stay here the whole day. Like, dude, you can go home. You can go home to your wife and kids, man. Like, if you don't need to stay here, especially after like knowing that it's only once a day that you can give me a boat ride. He doesn't need to be here, you know? That's not to say that I don't appreciate his presence. It's more of like, go home to your wife and kids. They miss you, I think. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't miss him. Maybe that's why he's staying. Because it's not a welcoming home life. He still loves them, right? He still loves his family. He provides for them, gives them a good life, but they don't actually like him. Ah, okay. You know what? If that's the case, Captain, you can stay. You know, you could be right, Bryce. You could be right, you know. He might be a dedicated employee, but I like my story better. I like my drama better. My dramatic telling of his life story. Looks like we're not getting any new fish, huh? Okay, let's see here. I was kind of hoping we would. Like, with the diving that we did earlier, I was kind of hoping we'd get something new too, but looks like nothing's really coming up for us. But that's okay. We'll adapt. We can sell what we have. I don't know why I'm doing this accent, but we will, and I'll continue to do it. 'Cause why the fuck not? Okay, cool. Let's just fill out our inventory for things we can sell, and then we'll do. I always do radio taisho, or like the radio exercises at the end of the stream. So we'll catch a few more to fill out the inventory, and then we'll sell. 3 hours. I swear to God. To be honest though, hey fruit salad. To be honest though, 3 hours is a pretty light stream for like normal streamers. But I'm not your normal streamer, okay? I'm insane. I talk too much. As the kids would say, I can't shut my bitch ass up, or SYAB. Oh wait, Xiabao, SYBAU. That's one. I can't. You know, I still don't get the TikTok slang. It kind of hurts my brain. But you know what? I appreciate youth culture and youth language. Okay, I need to stop myself there because I'm gonna go into another fucking tirade on like, you know, I appreciate youth culture. I've already done that bit. I've already done that monologue. I've done that monologue before. I shouldn't do it again. I should not. I shan't. Okay. No bugs, which is a good thing and the bad thing. Bad thing is because we can't catch anything. Oh, there's a tiger beetle. That's fine. I don't really know. No, I don't want it. I just said there were no bugs. And then the first bug I saw, I don't want it. Make up your fucking mind, Deeps. But what I was gonna say is, it's a good thing and a bad thing because I won't get stung. Right? I won't get stung by no scorpions. But we won't have anything to catch. That's expensive. See that? You see what I did there? Expensive. Alright? Not those cheapo ass tiger beetles. Alright? Alright. I will say this. I'm pretty proud of Deepsland. You know, again, it's not an architectural marvel. It's not like it was designed perfectly. Frankly, there is really no design to Deepsland. But you know what? I'm proud of Deepsland. Because you know why? I'm proud of our people. Right? We have the best people. We have the best people. You know, we have the best people, you know, the right people in the island, you know? Sure, we have a collection of murderers like this guy and Judy, right? But you know, everyone serves a purpose. Everyone is here. All they need to do is say yes to Deeps and for Deeps, and that's it. That's their purpose. That's why they're here. You know, they all have governmental positions, but frankly, I do all the work. Alrighty. Let's see if I can catch this son of a bitch. Bam! Alright, what's our inventory looking like? 2 more? Okay, so with the last fish, we're gonna sell, and then we're going to, if there is a fish, and then we're gonna do radio taisho. Fish! I swear to God, bro. Really? Great. Hold on. What the fuck? Just one fish. One fish. There it is. Okay. Let's hope it's good. Let's hope it's something. You know what I mean? Something's gotta give, right? Like, sure, we already have like a few things. I hope not. I hope not. Okay. Alright. That's a sign. That's a sign. Time to sell. My god. I usually hold off. I usually hold off on like sell of like using my savings, like our savings in the bank. But maybe we should just use it when we come back to pay off our debts tomorrow. Endangered fish species, how dare you? How dare you? Of course not. What do you think of me, huh? Barbarian? No. I'm selling it to Timmy and Tommy for their omakase sushi restaurant. That's what I'm assuming their whole fish buying scheme is about. Endangered? Of course not. They may or may not be endangered. But I'm not selling them as pets. No, it's for food. The endangered Olaf might start saying shit. Is that true? Will Olaf start saying shit because he's gonna copy Pashmina? Okay. How much? I need to look at this. Okay, hold on. How much savings do we have? And with the stuff we sold today, we're pretty much, well, not halfway. Maybe like 1/3. No. Oh no. I was gonna give Olaf a different term. Like, goddamn. I was gonna make him goddamn. Alright. Did you learn some new words, Olaf? He's not in. Okay, you know what? I think it's time for the wrap up. Alrighty, so we'll do Radio Taisho and then we'll slowly wrap up the stream from there. Let's see who's gonna come by. I think Pascal's gonna come by today. Oh, Kappa's coming by. Okay, Pascal, Kappa, Olaf, Tumnuk. Oh, Fred. Okay, Secretary, not Secretary, but Chief of Staff Ribot is here. And then the Orville brothers, or yeah. Wilbur and Orville Wright. They're here. Tumnuk, you bastard. Fred does look like a fucking serial killer. He does look like dog. He does look like dog Jeffrey Dahmer without his glasses. You know, maybe we should give him glasses. I'll give him the Jeffrey Dahmer glasses. Something about him, man. Something about him ain't right. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the plaid shirt. I think it's the eyes and the eyebrows. It's unsettling. Dogger. Have I seen Jitters? No. I haven't seen Jitters. The Dictator. It's a pretty entertaining movie. Pretty good. Alright. Jitters. Let me Google that real quick, Fruit. Okay. That bird is not right. That bird is not right. Okay, let me just catch this fish and then I'll do my outro. Can't stop, won't stop. Jitters the bird is not alright. Damn catfish. Alright, that's it. That's a sign. Alrighty, let me go home and then we'll close out the stream from there. Actually, you know what? Have we seen the serial killer basement tonight? We'll take a look at the serial killer basement and let's see if... I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. It's like, you know, I like my serial killer basement, you know? I do. You know, we've got my bear collection, my stuffed bears. In my head canon, there's actually like human corpses inside each bear. And then I like to watch scary movies with them. And then I have my victim wall of all my killings, right? And then here's my summoning doll, right? Like, I feel like we're, you know, I can play music from here. You know what I mean? Look at that. There's a summoning circle from Sahara. I need that damn camel to come by. You know, and then I watch my scary movies with my family. My found family, right? And then there it is. Right? Right? It's good. It's good. Moon Knight. Hold on, let me just put this. We're gonna sell that to CJ, and we'll sell that to Flick. Why not? You know, I feel like I put in a lot of work. You know, the flooring isn't right, the wallpaper isn't right, but you know the vibes are there, man. You know, I even have like my little freezer where I dump the bodies, and then when I need to process them in acid, I have this little oil drum. You know, I'm trying. You know, every time I show people the serial killer basement, like the NPCs, every time I step a foot in and they see the room, they're like, nope, I'm going home. They don't appreciate my hard work. You know? Oh well. What can we do? Let's just watch some movies with my family. Alrighty. So, with all that said, I think this is going to be our wrap up for today. You know, our wrap up for today, ladies and gents. I will not have a morning stream or a daytime stream tomorrow as well. I will be watching The Sinners, but we will be having another evening stream for Animal Crossing tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we'll be back on the grind. I might play some Pokemon in the evenings, and then on the daytimes back to Animal Crossing. But yeah, with all that said, thank you for dropping by, everybody who came by over at YouTube. Leave a like, subscribe, and over at Twitch, drop a follow. And to everybody, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And remember, I forgot. I didn't have a... Oh, you know what? And remember, if you have to hard brake in the rain in order to stop yourself from hitting another person, fucking hard brake. Please. Please. Deeps begs of you. Just do the damn hard brake. Alright? Alright. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Have fun. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you guys are in the world. Alright. Peace out. Bye. Ah, bam.